The name Dingaan Thobela is that the name you were given when you were born?
I was born as Bongani
Yes. Bongani Mahlangu?
Mahlangu.
Yes.
I was born as Bongani Mahlangu. I said, I don't jump into the ring because I want to kill or be killed.
Yeah.
I don't jump in the ring that way.
Yeah.
That's something, it's a noble art, you know. So, no, you got to fight back. You cannot say, probably in the Bible, they say, Mo, ngishaya ngapha, ngishaya nangapha.
Yes. No. You
No.
must defend yourself.
Kubuhlungu, mawushaya ngapha.
King David Studio Podcast.
I have an artist in my world because, when we perform in front of people, we are artists, and some art form comes in a form of sports, but really they remain artists. And today I have one who's really special in my world because we grew up on this name called Dingaan Thobela.
Yes.
And that's who we have today. I was telling someone it's the Rose of Soweto, but I didn't know that nickname. I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah, but you never
Not
know.
everybody does.
Yeah.
Oshapuri, bra.
No, get right.
That's good.
No, I'm great.
I'm glad you managed to come through on a holiday, Nochal.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel bad when someone out of their normal day, but I'm glad you made it.
No, I'm glad to be here, and
Yes.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. We're going to. I want to start somewhere, man. Where do you realize that boxing is a performance?
Yeah, well, I knew that, and thus I probably, if you might look into it, I lived up to it, Yeah.
As boxers, what part of the performance is performance? Because we see the preparation, we see the just before the actual fight, that entire moment of saying get low trapper, and the other one saying na get low trapper ufita. Those
Sure.
moments, it's where we're trying to rally the crowd for people to come and watch.
Yeah.
Everyone is clearly, is it an act or some of it gets to be really personal and serious?
Well, boxing, it's we call boxers pugilists. It's not something that you say you hate each other. We do not hate each other, but we do it for a purpose. A purpose being the remuneration. It's key. It starts there. Remuneration ignites us to become boxers.
Yeah.
And of course, it comes with pain.
Of course.
But we don't mind the pain because the results will be that. So we could be, pulling each other and saying all the worst words to each other at the press conference and all that, And when they introduce the fight, we will push each other and, we think we're going to hammer each other. But after fight, we're buddies again.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are friends, and it continues like that. Yeah.
The staring, it's a common thing. The stare up where you're looking at someone's face.
Yeah.
If I was a boxer, I would say no to that. I
Well-
don't think I can ever stare at someone that tightly for long. Why does every boxer seem to agree to doing it?
Well, it comes automatically, really.
Yeah.
Because when we get closer to each other, we go like tigers, do you think you can beat me? He also thinks, and then you start, shoving each other. Sometimes we headbutt each other.
Yes.
Yeah, it gets to that point, pushing each other. Whoever wants to land the first punch, does that in there. It's not something that probably I have done as a fighter. I did not do that. Of course, I've been provoked by some of my opponents.
Yeah.
But I never got to engage into that. I say, I'll cool down and say, yes, all what I need to do, I've got to exercise it in the ring.
Yeah. You were not that type of fighter, at all. You were not the showman type of fighter. At least that's what I remember. Unless my recollection is wrong. And you just said it, Tore. You were not the type that would also want to showboat just before the fight. It didn't matter to you. Why was that?
Well, I never wanted to get to that part where I'll have to, inflate, pain to somebody even before they said box.
Yeah.
Because my aim was, let any fighter that I need to fight or I had to fight, there was always fear. Say, hey,
are you saying you also had that fear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Personally, start with me,
Yes.
I have fear, but that fear vanishes when you touch gloves.
Ah.
Yeah, when you touch gloves, then you said, I've got to exercise and practice what I know best.
That's it.
Yeah, and then it's you and the opponent.
When they say box.
When they say box, trainer is outside the ring. Anyone else, fight fans, could be anybody who would have said, you can beat this guy, you can do this to this guy and all that.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be there at the time. Your first round, when you start touching gloves, then you realize now we're in a fight.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I want to show off a little bit and allow me.
Mm-hmm.
56 fights,
Mm-hmm.
40 wins,
All right.
2 losses by KO.
By KO, yes. Stoppage.
Oh, stoppage, not even
it's
on the
called,
ground.
yeah,
Oh,
yes.
you didn't fall to the
Yeah,
ground.
no, I did fall.
Yeah.
KO, there's a KO, there's a TKO.
Technical KO.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I felt, but I got up. But of course, I was counted out.
You were counted
on my
out.
feet.
Oh,
yeah.
you were counted out on your feet.
On my feet.
There's a difference. It's a different way of losing, I guess.
Yes.
It's still. Am I correct in assuming that there's still a bit of pride when you're counted out on your feet?
Yeah, if you're counted out and say 1, 2, 10 and out, that it means you couldn't even make an effort.
Yeah.
To even stumble, going to the ropes and all that.
You could, you were down.
You were
out.
gone off, because you switch off,
Lights out.
There's this part, the chin. Once you are caught there, any fighter can prove testimony to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You cannot even train this part. No.
Because you can't make the muscle stronger.
No, not here, because the minute it goes to switch like that, then you're gone,
Whoa.
You're gone. And for that spare of a moment, you'll be sleeping there and they are counting to 10, you can't hear a thing.
Ooh.
But when you get up and all that, it comes with all sorts of, contribution factors to your preparation. If your preparation was great and all that, there's no way that you can be counted out because you're going to be dropped, get down and get up and start fighting, stumbling, and the referee will say, no, you cannot continue, then stop the fight there.
That's it, yeah.
But if you go out, flesh out and all that, you know that your preparation also was not to scratch.
To scratch, yeah. I look at it and you have to love fighting for you to be a boxer.
True.
And I use the word love deliberately because even if you like it, there's something that'll say, I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But if you love it, there's something else that calls you to it.
True.
Am I interpreting this correctly?
Yes,
because fighting
yes.
is a painful thing.
If you love it, there's a driving force, that makes you to go get it.
Yes.
Yeah, you say you want to go get it, And but if there isn't, I've got a lot of young fighters even now, today, which we'll talk about later, or how to help these youngsters
True.
to be able to get to prepare for a boxing tournament.
Yeah.
That life, when you know that I'm just doing it there, I just want to be, sometimes it's because you want to be on television, fame, or in the public domain or something like that. Once you get caught, by a punch, and you want to immediately surrender.
Yeah.
You just see a lot of fighters, got caught, they turn their back and want to walk away.
Yes.
Great fighters of all time, they don't do that. No.
They stay in.
They stay in, they tolerate and take anything that comes their way. And, up until you get caught by a punch that will take you to switch off completely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I then going back to the point of making about it's something extra than just liking it?
True.
Something extra than just wanting to be on TV. For you to be able to enjoy this pain today and say, I'm going to come back again next week and do the same thing again.
True.
And for you, how much of that love did you draw from home? Because I'm just thinking, fighting,
it's very painful.
Yes,
yeah.
And why do you keep going back?
Inflicting pain on each other, That's why I'm saying it's a noble art,
Yeah.
Boxing is a noble art. We don't just personally, let me say, don't even not generalize, say we. I said, I don't jump into the ring because I want to kill or be killed.
Yeah.
I don't jump in the ring that way. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, it's a noble art, I jump in there, entertain, and I'm definitely going to, if you look at Muhammad Ali, You know, he's not somebody that will bring like a George Foreman, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that comes in like a King Kong and he wants to, you know, kill or be killed. No, Muhammad Ali will bring that excitement, you know, that art, and to show that, you know what, this is play, yes, but there's
It's still
pain.
serious. There's pain, but I'm having fun.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
That's my
Mayweather
boxing.
has that as well.
Mayweather
Is
has done that.
that, and also, you know, in preparation for this, I learned a few. There's also terminology in boxing. Bo, blocking and hitting.
Oh yes,
What is
padding? Yeah,
yes,
you pad a punch and then you counter.
You count, pad and counter.
Yeah, it's still done today because that's the art of it. You know, where you get your men to get closer to you by pairing, because when the man throws a punch, you pair it. Yeah, you pair it, and he's closer to you. Then it's easier to pair and then punch.
Yes, and also duck and punch.
Yeah, it's called a bob and weave. You know.
Yeah.
You know, bob and weave, and you know, try and avoid those punches. Then, but lend yours.
Yes, lend yours in that moment because your opponent is closer to you.
Much closer, yeah. Because the minute they throw those punches, you bob and wave, and then they are closer to you. Then you are able to call. It's called counter punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's amazing. You know, in preparation for this, I thought, man, there's a lot of techniques. It's not just
No, I don't believe in that myself. You know, although as much as I liked, my hero is Muhammad Ali. You know, the way he fights and all that, you can tell. You know, he makes it exciting.
Yeah,
you know, people to laugh about it. All that. You know, talking.
The talking,
and you know, he will make sure that he makes you wonder even before landing a punch. Then he counter punches, and that's how we won most of his fights.
He was really good at ducking punches. Against the ropes.
Yes. Robo-dope.
Of course, he was called the Robo-dope. I forgot he was called the Robo-dope.
He was smart, you know, because he would get into the rope. Nobody knew about it. And we all thought when we push our opponent to the corner, we say the corner, meaning the ropes, on the rope.
You got him.
Yes, then you got him. Because he may not be able to fight back.
Yeah.
But he changed that.
Yeah.
He says, when you get to there, you're going to have to miss me. And
you would miss.
You'll miss him and he will counter you. You know, that's how he was beating most of his opponents.
Yeah. You will miss him. There's a fight where there's 21 missed punches.
Just imagine.
And he's ducking and ducking
Just
and ducking
like
and
that,
ducking.
yes.
And while he's doing it, he's laughing at you because he's saying, you can't hit me.
Try me all the time, you know. But that's how he brought that flair, you know, of to change boxing.
True.
Where the likes of, you know, Rocky Marciano, the Joe Louis. They'll just stand there firm and then like
a robot.
Like robots, you know. But he changed that, you know.
Yeah.
He was shuffling. He would move around, you know.
You would follow him.
Yes, you'll have to follow him and miss him. And he brought that excitement into the sport. Yeah.
Are there different styles of fighting that you find this country they fight like this?
Yes.
And this continent they fight like this. Is there a concept like that?
Yes. I mean, like the British, you know, the British don't believe in Muhammad Ali's way of fighting.
Colorful.
No. They believe in standing there and then punching hard, and that's why they are very excited when there's a knockout.
Oh, because it's not. Is it because it's not common? Why?
Yeah. Well, knockout, it comes as any fighter that is asked, "Are you gonna predict the fight?" You know, they say predict the fight. How are you gonna win? He says, "I think I'll win on points." But if knockout comes in, it's a bonus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most fighters, if you can go on those clips and check, you'll hear on their comment. They don't say, I'll knock him out. Okay,
you'll find those cocky
who cocky.
Yes.
I'll knock him out and all that. And they get knocked out, most of them.
Yeah, the cocky ones always lose. That's
they
what
get
I've learned.
knocked out. But somebody who says, no, knockout comes the bonus, I will fight my best. 12 round, 10 round, whatever is scheduled to. I will fight to that distance. But if a knockout comes, because no one doesn't want to knock out. I think even the fight fans, they love. That's why Mike Tyson is so popular. Because when it comes to knockout, he will predict it now and he's going to go for it.
Specialist. 1 minute.
Yeah,
Like you're still walking into the arena.
You're still paying.
You're still getting popcorn. And it's over.
Fight is over.
You're hoping. Can we do it again? Can he get another fight?
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah, it's done. You can't go back. It's done.
That's
but that's why Mike Tyson, when they fight, he's got to be maybe the last bout of the evening.
True. You must come and sit through all the curtain-raising fights.
Yeah, watch that and all that. Entertain yourself until the main fight comes.
Yes.
Yeah, which is great, It keeps fight fans within the arena.
That's true. But let's go back to different places and different fights. You're saying the British don't fight with this flair and over showboating.
No, they don't want to start. According to the British fighters, they get in there, they want to throw one punch and you guys are out. According to how I assess them,
yes.
Because I fought a couple of them, and I realized, okay, this is how if you can be able to sustain that pressure, power, that they inflate on you, they're done because they get frustrated. Yeah, they get frustrated, He gets in there, he's tell himself 3 rounds, 4 rounds, I'm out of here. And when he's not out of there, then he start puffing like,
because he probably didn't even prepare for a 12-round match.
No, they wouldn't, but they do go because they know if it's scheduled for 12 rounds, it's got to go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
But they don't want to go 12 rounds, British guys. I mean, look at Chris Eubank. He gets in there. He wants to showboat.
He's also robotic.
Yeah.
He's also robotic. He's got this funny way of doing things.
Yeah, but he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
I remember when he came to Sun City.
Yeah.
He was fighting there. He said, I was there. He said, I'm not here to be hit. Because we were asked by one of the journalists, why are you not fighting? You're showboating. He said, if I can showboat to earn money, why not?
I'll do it.
And he did.
Why not,
Yeah, he did. He says, I showboat. I don't want to get pain. It's painful to be hit. And the journalist couldn't really, continue asking more questions because it's for real what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So money is at the center of this game.
Most definitely, we are all drawn in by money, I'm glad today, yesteryear, my time, before my time, and after my time, we were dictated by promoters. Yeah. Promoters will come in as businessmen and start saying, I'm giving you this, take it or leave it.
Yes.
You see those lines?
Ooh, that attitude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not good in every atmosphere of earning money. Somebody doesn't say, I'll hire you, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
No, I'll hire you because you're an asset. I want you to do this.
True.
And this is the money we negotiate too.
Jeez.
That's what it should be. But the promoters of yesterday, even during my time, they will come and say, you know what, I'm getting more money for you. And no one else can get you this money.
Yes.
So take it or leave it.
That's it.
Now, I'm getting to that because I'm saying today we get the Floyd Mayweather. He is the most paid fighters to date.
Yeah. Of all time, even.
Of all time.
Yes.
We can go back to the Muhammad Ali and all that. Yeah. They never got the money he is getting paid for. No, no one. So I'm happy even to say today that he's the man that put the benchmark that fighters need to be respected, needs to be paid. Yeah. We go through pain, hard work of training and preparation for any event.
Yes. It must be remunerated properly.
Incredible. Properly. Will be great, I'm telling you, if the promoters, managers can be able to live up to that,
Yeah.
But we'll catch up with it later because I'm talking about what takes a fighter to get to a boxing tournament. Yeah. Because you don't just see I don't just get up in the morning and tomorrow I'm fighting.
No.
It takes weeks and weeks and months of preparation. But it comes with all something I'll talk to you as we go
Yes,
along.
no, actually, there is a moment where you were doing a rematch where you went for months, for weeks preparing for a fight. You even left the country. We'll get to that.
Okay,
we'll get to that.
True.
I want to go back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Something interesting. The name Dingaan Thobela is not the name you were given when you were born.
Yes.
That's a and Dingaan Thobela is not even a nickname. It's your name. It's in your ID.
Yeah. I was born as Bongani.
Yes. Bongani Mahlangu?
Mahlangu.
Yes.
I was born as Bongani Mahlangu. That's from my mother's side.
Okay.
Because my mother is Mahlangu.
Yes.
I'm sure she was happy to get a son.
True.
You know? And she called me Bongani.
Yes.
Fair and well. But I didn't stay long within my mom's space.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, you not dwell on that. But
is it family issues?
It is family issues from between my mom and my dad.
Okay.
Whatever happened today, I cannot hold them to it now, but I know about it.
Mm-hmm.
That, of course, there was a tiff, or there could have been a tiff, that led to my mother having to not being able to bring me up and go and take me to my grandmother. To say, meaning I would be the son to my father, right?
Oh, so when you say grandmother, your dad's mother.
When I say grandma, yes, my dad's mother.
Yeah.
My dad's mother, she's the one who accepted me.
Wow.
With both hands and said, you know, Abu Mama, they won't say no to a baby, whether a girl or what. When you come in there, they take you and they nurture you, they help you grow.
It's a bundle of joy.
Yeah.
And also in the middle of fights between people, a couple in particular.
True.
The child has done nothing.
Nothing wrong.
Yes.
So that's how I was accepted by my grandmother.
Jeez.
And that's how the name Dingaan came all about.
So the grandma then suggested a change of name.
Grandma said to everyone, from my mother's side, from my dad's side, says, this is my king.
Yeah.
You know,
Udingane.
Yeah. So that's how she, and you know what, today I don't regret, because definitely when she got me and renamed me to be Dingaan, it means she probably foreseen that I will go to the highest height, which is what made me to be a 3 times world champion today.
Incredible, eh?
Yeah.
I must tell you, when I came across that little fact, it's like, whoa, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I know, that's what happened.
How long did you carry the Bongani Mahlangu name for? Do you have a sense of it? Were you at least told?
Yeah, I think up until what, 18.
For
18,
that's a long time.
Yeah, because I was Bongani Mahlangu, you know. Of course, my dad, okay, let me put it this way. When I say 18, it means I've been using it up until 18. When now I can make
your
my
own
decisions.
Yes,
to say, no, but who am I exactly, you know?
Ooh.
Where's my mother, you know? And I go to find out where my mother is. She's far away from there and all that. And I said to my dad, I want to see my mother. Okay, I could never go to see my dad, my mom through my dad, through my aunties and all that.
Okay.
But when I got to my mom, one thing I needed to, you know, change because of my grandmother, because I really, you know, appreciated what she did. She accepted me.
Raised you.
Yeah, raised me and all that. And she gave me that name. And it was not in the ID. Then I said to my mom, she was still alive at that. I said, Mom, I want to change my name. And I'm glad she was not... you know, she didn't dispute it and all that. She allowed me. She took me to Home Affairs. She went with me. She says, I'll give you what you want. What's best for you. If you like it, have it. Yeah.
Grandma, daddy's mother, who raised you, what name did she call you then when you were growing up? If officially in the books you were Bongani Mahlangu.
Yeah.
Married, you were growing up in a household that recognized a different name.
Bongani.
Yes. Okay.
My grandmother was calling me Bongani.
Accepted that.
Yes, she accepted that. She called me Bongani. But because I had a brother called Bongani also.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Now, when that Bongani, she was not staying in the same house, with our granny.
Yeah.
But when he comes, it was difficult. When he calls Bongani, call out
Which
Bongani to come,
Bongani?
and then we'll all run.
Bongani 1.
Yeah.
Bongani 2.
Yeah. So, but then she decided, okay, now I'm gonna call the other one the other name,
Dingaan.
which is I was the chosen Bongani to be called Dingaan.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
That's,
Came all about that. Yeah.
that's incredible, eh? And it
Yeah.
wasn't anywhere in your papers, but you were Dingaan.
Yeah. I was Dingaan even at school.
Yes.
They knew me as Dingaan, but it was not there. They just, years back, they did not really much register that much, but they'll take whatever that is presented to them at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk in, what's your name? I'm Dingaan. So are you saying at some point you could have used Dingaan Mahlangu? Is that possible?
Yes, I could have.
Yes.
But because the Dingani comes from the Thobelas,
Yes.
which is yeah.
Aha.
So I was called Dingaan Thobela.
Yes.
The Mahlangu was not even near.
But yet it was official.
But that was my official name.
That's great.
But I was called Dingaan Thobela even at school. Dingaan Thobela, because my granny calls me as Dingaan. And my granny's surname is Thobela.
Yes.
So it was easier to say Dingaan Thobela. So everyone, my classmate,
Dingaan Thobela.
Dingaan Thobela. That pushed me because I grew up with that name also. It pushed me to go to my mother and explain what I'm explaining to you and to make her understand. And she understood, just like that. She says, you got it. Let's go to the Home Affairs. But now, of course, you can't change everything. We just changed the surname.
Oh, the Thobela part.
And we just added the Dingaan name.
So Bongani is still there.
Still my name, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Bongs.
Yeah.
Who bongs?
Yeah.
A relationship with your dad, since you were raised by mommy, how was that relationship? By your grandma, how was that relationship?
Of course, my dad was never there. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
My dad was never there, but Granny was a mother, was a father.
Everything.
And we didn't see anything wrong because all what I need, I will get from my granny. My granny lived with my grandfather, who is the husband.
Yes, of course.
My grandfather, who was the uncle, to my granny.
Oh, yes. Also, so there were two old topis in the yard.
So I had a father figure.
Yeah.
I did not worry. Okay, if I need a dad, these are my dad.
Yes.
When my dad is not there, unfortunately, I never got to know him. But later we had to catch up, know each other. And that's when I started getting into the boxing. He's the one that also helped me, contributed in me on the entry point to get me to his friend, the then friend.
Yes, Nomen Thabane. Yes.
So then you like boxing? Yeah. My dad didn't like much boxing, but he was a fighter, probably in the street fight and all that. But then I got it was an easy access to get to Branox. I call him Branox.
Branox, no man. No man. Still around, eh?
He's still around.
He's still in boxing?
Still love boxing. I try to say, come, let's do something else and all that. Yeah.
He likes developmental boxing. Young kids boxing.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Because that's how you were found.
That's how, yes. I was one of those, product also. He's got a couple of products that is also, grooming. As we speak, there's a young fighter in the same division as myself.
When you were starting?
Lightweight, junior lightweight.
Yeah.
So he's grooming another junior lightweight. He's got the champion also, who's, Busako. And he's a current South African champion.
Jeez.
I'm hoping he can live up to that, Ruth. And he must follow in my footstep.
Where you were, yes.
Yeah.
Growing up, where were you raised? Which township?
Shawela.
Yeah.
I was born in Dlamini.
With
just across.
With mommy.
Yeah, mommy was in Dlamini.
Yeah.
So I was taken to Shawela when I was 3 days old.
What?
Yeah. 3 days old. And then my mom, well, for whatever reason, best known to her, you know.
Of course.
Yeah. And she took me to my granny. My granny welcomed me.
As a child.
Yeah. You know, Bukoko, they were excited to.
Yeah, new child in the house, a new baby. Well, bring it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, no, but then I never looked back from there. I love the story myself, you know, because it's a good story to tell that to tell the young boy, the girl child out there, that nothing is impossible in life.
Of course, yeah. Did you at any stage as you were growing up reached out to your mom's side of the family?
Yeah, I did, you know, because I think when I was writing my exam, we were not seeing eye to eye with my dad.
Where is it? Which exam? Matric?
Matric,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yes. Thanks for reminding me on that one, because I didn't say matric. Okay, my exams matric. Then I had to go and stay with them, my siblings, my mom's.
Your mother's side?
Yes, because we didn't see eye to eye with my dad.
No.
So I was writing my exams under that cloud.
Yes.
You know?
And you were not home.
Yes.
You were in another household.
Yes. So I had to go to my aunties and my malumes and all that, you know. And the uncles, they accepted me also because they thought, oh, we know about him. And I got there and it was homely also.
Yes.
Thus, it helped me to write my exam with great pride, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez, man.
It was tough. It was tough to make those decisions at that age also.
Untwana.
Yeah.
And now
make that decision.
You're confronted with such.
Oh, man. Yeah. But I'm glad I went through that. It has made me, or helped to make me what I am today.
Yes.
Because I had to be more sure of myself and say, without that, I can still go there.
It made you stronger.
Much more.
Jeez.
Yeah, much more.
I wish Granny, and this is me now, listening to a story like I'm watching a movie, I wish Granny intervened when you were fighting with Daddy. Because she was there. She just said, man.
Yeah, well, I think she did that.
Yeah.
And but unfortunately, that's why my dad had to leave home. As I said earlier on, he was not around. So it could be contributing factors to what you say now. Probably that's why my dad was
all over,
not just over, wallowing.
Really?
You know, around. I don't know.
You're just all over the place.
Yeah, I was just wallowing. You didn't know, because that was his home, but he was not there. He was always
somewhere.
Yeah.
What?
But maybe it was great for me to get good education from my granny.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, there's somewhere I read that grandparents do a great job of raising kids. Young parents are terrible at raising kids.
No, always.
Ideally, they should just hand over the kids to the granny and go carry on with whatever career they're trying to create, you know, for themselves.
Even to date, I mean, with technology also today, it's easier. You know, sometimes, girls, they get to conceive at an early age before they are ready. So it's easier. They go through that 9 months, and the birth thereafter, they are able to go back to school.
Hand over
to the grannies.
Granny who's
grannies
solid.
come in handy.
Yeah. Let them raise the child.
Yeah.
And because the values are better as well. Does it stand out in your mind, the type of values that your grandmother imparted on you? Like what type of man you would want to turn out to be based on Granny's influence?
Well, as I said earlier on, by giving me the name Dingaan, means she knew that you will be the fighter. You will fight. And I'm glad today, looking at it, I lived up to it.
Yeah.
Because she gave me that to say, you will go fight. If you know the history of Dingaan with the Shaka Zulu from the kingdom, they always fought for their right. Shaka Zulu, Dingaani's era, Dingiswaya, and all that history. They were all fighters. So when she saw that, she said, no, this one is going to go get it.
It goes.
Nkosi yakwaZulu lena.
Wow.
Ayihambe, you know. So, but I'm glad I live up to that. And the sad part is that she did not live to see that.
Oh, she didn't live long.
No.
Yes.
When I was still a young fighter out there, and she didn't like me to fight. You know, bekangithanda yazi uma ukuthanda ugogo we all know right now.
Akafuna ulimala.
No, no. So, but anyway, no mama bekangafuni ngilo.
Yes, of
My
course.
mom also didn't want me to fight. She said, "What are you fighting for?" I said, "Mom," and you couldn't answer when they ask you, "What are you fighting for?"
What's this about? You could do something else.
Survival, you know.
Yes.
To me, it was survival, even though I did not know much. But I thought, okay, if I get through to this sport, just to take you back, you know, I didn't only start as a boxer, but I started doing all the other sporting code.
Okay.
I was doing athletic, running, long jump, long distance, short distance at school.
So you were a sporty kid?
Much more.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to sport, I will participate in every sense of it.
Wow.
It's like a young boy, a young kid who's in search of a talent.
Yeah.
So I think I went through that myself, but boxing took a center stage.
Would you say boxing found you or you found it? It seems like you were in search of the particular sports.
Yes.
But when you look back, do you think it actually found you? Because sometimes you take this long route, you're going to end up right here.
True.
What was it for you? Do you feel it found you?
Yeah, I think it found me. As much as I was searching for talent, because I was playing
soccer. Did you try soccer?
Yes, I played soccer. You know, I was, you know, a striker. By the way,
any good?
Yeah. By the way, my son also, who is Dingaan Jr.
You know, yes, he's a soccer player.
Yeah, he loves it. And as I said, well, let's see. He took something that I also liked. You know, unfortunately, boxing took the center stage. You know, then I pursued that.
Yeah,
and I'm glad also that I took that decision.
Yes,
and it took me to the highest height. You know, which is 3 times world champion today.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
How does one, and you are like better placed to answer this question, know that they like fighting? It means you have to be in a few fights to say, I enjoy this thing.
Yeah.
So what was it for you?
Well, it started, you know, when we used to watch movies and we will see the Bruce Lee.
Yes, of course.
You know, you couldn't relate to that. Every child wanted to be Bruce Lee, you know.
After the movie, you would all go outside and do the moves.
Yeah, you do all that. No, you think you're going to be... No, that shouting of Bruce Lee, you know. Yeah, all of that. You will... But I did that also, you know. As I said, I was searching for talent, you know. And boxing took number one.
Do you recall... do you have street fights at all when you were young?
I don't think I remember any.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's no way that I wouldn't have fought with someone, because I remember in my mind as we speak that part of me having to have to go through boxing, it was to defend myself from the bully guys.
Yes.
You know, yesterday, during my time, I was still growing also. Bazokuthuma. Not even uthengisini. Yabona Shawele. Shawele, it's about maybe 10 Ks to Cliptown.
Okay, yes, I see that.
Yeah,
yes, I see that.
Maybe 10 Ks to Cliptown. They'll want you to run and be back here within a jiffy.
And that's not near.
It's not easy. It's not easy to do that. So you're going to have to run.
Yeah.
You know, when you see people running, you're going to have to outrun them, because if you get back here and
but yeah, the spit mustn't dry.
Yeah,
that's such a brutal way of raising kids.
So part of that, I had to defend myself, you know, and I started, you know, realizing my potential.
Yeah.
From there, that then I started, you know, having to have faith in my true potential to become a fighter.
And who spots this? Who is it? Daddy that identifies with Lentwan?
Yeah, Daddy only. I suppose I spotted it because I was in defense
Okay.
of this brutality.
Yes.
And now when fighting back, and I realize I'll be able to surpass all challenges.
Yes.
Because of age group and all that.
You could beat those who were older.
Yes. The simpler version, yes.
Yeah.
So I got back home and there will be trouble following me.
Uh-oh.
Who are the parents of these kids?
Uh-oh.
That's
how it works.
Yes. And when my dad asked me, I said, but I was in defense. This meant that I explained my side of it. And my dad will say, fight back if that is the case. Yeah, that was Vigel.
Yes.
It's Vigel. My dad was like that also because Vigel and I, and all that.
Yes.
So, no, you got to fight back. You cannot say, probably in the Bible, they say,
yes. No, you must defend yourself.
Okay. But then I started, fighting back and all that.
Yeah.
And my dad, it was easier now. He realized that, okay, I love the sport. And he was closer to Nomi Tlhabane. And then he says, well, I'll introduce you to
yes, to
my
Branox.
friend. Yeah,
yes.
Branox, yes.
Wow.
And it was easy for Branox. He also welcomed me with open
arms. Yeah. Did you have a good relationship with your mom, though?
I believe
during the time
very
when
short lifespan that we had with my mom, because she was staying at Dlamini.
Not very far from home, from Soweto.
Dlamini.
Yeah.
But she got a man.
Okay.
And then they went to Mufulo. I went there. I saw them and the guy welcomed me and all that was fair and well. But I think because my mom was also like the elder of the other her siblings.
Okay.
And the brothers and all that. So they will always come to her, ask for this, advice, that and
that's
that.
what it is.
So she decided to be far away from there. She went to go and stay in Sibuking. So
for you as a child.
How will I get there? It needs money, it needs transport to get there. But I will always try and get to there and all that.
Yeah.
And she died there.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you were still relatively young?
Yes, I was young because my first fight,
amateur fight.
Amateur.
Yes. Yeah.
Amateur fight.
Yeah.
No, the professional one. No,
okay.
The professional fight.
80, mid-80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think mid-80s, you're right. I went to her and I told her that I'm fighting, although she didn't like fighting. But the pair of my pants that I was wearing, the gowns, she put it together because she was a tailor.
Yes.
Also, she will proudly so and say, okay,
what? So in some way, she blessed this career.
Blessed, yes, she did. She said,
take.
because I liked it.
Yeah.
And I showed to her that, or I proved to her that let her give me those blessings. I love the game. I love the sport. But she gave me her blessings,
Did you at any point see the need to reassure her that it's a safe sport? It's still relatively safe. It's not like, you're going to be stabbed or anything like that.
Yeah, because I didn't take boxing as, I rightly say again, I repeat, kill or be killed.
Yes.
I thought it's a play sport that makes you to help to better your life. And I thought, why not, Thus, to date, I still say to a young boy child and a girl child out there that we not all are blessed academically.
True.
But some can help to better their lives through sport.
Yeah.
It couldn't be boxing, it could be boxing, karate. There's all sorts of
netball. We have a World Cup coming. Anything.
There's lots of combat sport which are there.
As well.
You can get into them. And I'm sure that individually so they can help to better their life through those sports.
Yeah. But still with boxing as an interest, you still decided to go and pursue a proper professional career.
True.
What inspired that career and what is that career?
Muhammad Ali. That's the first person who inspired me to go through that route, to become a boxer.
Yeah.
I could have become Bruce Lee.
Karate.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think even the channel was not really clear.
Yes. Where does this end up?
Yeah. Not just end up, but the entry point. It was difficult to get the karate gym and do this. It was there.
Dojo, as they called.
Yeah.
Yes.
But boxing was nearer to people.
Yes.
So even closer to the friend,
my dad's friend, yeah.
Then it was easier for entry point,
Yeah.
Then I got in there. I never looked back to date.
One moment. Did you pass that matric, by the way?
Yes. Yes, I passed.
Under those circumstances.
It was tough. When I wrote the exams, it was tough, I'm the student from Ngungunyani. Ngungunyani is in Shawela, Soweto.
That's the high school you went to?
High school, yes.
Yeah.
That's where I matriculated.
Yeah.
And I went to the teacher's training course.
Yes, that's what inspired teaching as a choice of career. What was happening
in any young child, young boy child, girl child's mind at those days, those years? It's either you become a nurse, a doctor, a teacher,
policeman,
a traffic officer, a policeman.
Yes.
Those were put right in front of all of us to say, you either become this, and that. So I chose one of those.
You chose the teaching.
Yeah.
Out of all those, why did you choose teaching?
No, I thought I'll be, firm to be able to go and teach a young boy, or girl out there. Teach them just the, challenges of life. Yeah. Whatever it is, get to help them to grow and surpass adversity, because it's when it comes to education, once you've gone through it and you've made it, no one can take it away from you.
Absolutely. Boxing,
somebody's got to come out there. Like now, somebody had to come there and take my belt.
There's always someone that wants it.
Most definitely, yeah.
Sometimes you don't hold on to it very long.
No.
Somebody comes and snatches it.
Yeah, somebody better. Like probably when I took it, the one
from someone, because you took it from someone.
Yes, yeah. So
that's an interesting thing about education. You always have it.
You'll always have it.
Yeah. It'll always pay you.
Most definitely. Yeah.
The school you went to study teaching, it's a Soweto school.
Soweto College.
It was popular apparently at that time.
That was a popular, yeah. I went there. I remember 2-3 weeks back now, I was talking to Fanny Madida. You know Fanny, right?
Yeah.
We were together at school.
Wow.
So we just, reminiscing and then reminisce,
yes.
Go down memory lane to talk about those days and all that. And that year, we had most of the superstar. Fanny Madida was there, Suze Museo was there.
Wow.
Just mindset and all that. But who's this? Tsiema Pike.
Jeez, these are superstar soccer players.
Tsiema Pike was there. We were together there, and I had a lot of mostly soccer players.
Yes.
Were there in the same
during
year.
that time. But obviously, even then, they were young boys as well.
Yeah, we were all. I'm sure we are almost the same age as we speak. Yeah.
Yes. Well, Lesiba, it's Shoes Mushwe.
Shoes, yeah.
John Shoes Mushwe.
Yes, yeah.
And did you ever teach? Did you ever finish your qualifications?
I taught. I think I ended up teaching as a student teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, as a student teacher. Boxing was taking off at the time.
Jeez.
Because I think in 1991, that's when I won for the championship. So I couldn't split the two. I had to
choose one.
Yes. So I had to say, okay, fine. I had to travel, go to the state to fight the Tony Lopez, even before the Tony Lopez to be introduced into the international market. Yeah. I had to travel. When I get back, hey, the curriculum. I decided, no, you know what? Let me rather pursue that. I'm glad even today that it has paid back. I didn't make a wrong decision.
No.
But yeah.
I'm curious to know, because you still, even, I'm glad you say it that way. You didn't make the wrong decision, but there was a moment of decision.
Yes.
Where you were saying, this is a proper, in inverted commas, career, teaching.
Right.
It pays a monthly salary.
True.
Leona, aye.
But
you still chose it.
I chose it because, probably in me, there was that, there were those artistic values in me, so I thought I can go get it, even though those years, there were not too many of those world champions.
No. Who are we talking of then?
Peter Matebula.
Yes.
Yeah. But
not too many, was there as a South African boxer.
Yes. But the person also who is closer to reality was,
to you.
Terra.
Yes.
To say, oh, there's our black man becoming a world champion.
That
means it's possible, And he gave me, that confidence.
Yeah.
I said, yes, I can become a champion myself. Now, given the chance in the South Africa provincial title, national title, intercontinental to the world championship level, but of course I realized the true potential in me when I was thrown into the Lions Den, which is the amateur category. If you surpass that, you know very well that even your trainers and all that, they have faith in you that we can take him to the highest height.
Describe the amateur level for us. I can see the soccer amateur level, the Mbela League, so to speak, the ABC Motsepe League. I can see all of that.
Yes.
But in boxing language, what is the amateur level? Is it based on age? Is it based on how do you stay in the amateur level? Help me understand that level.
Okay, it differentiates with entry and, because some fighters start amateurs at the early age.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Yeah.
It all depends.
Yeah.
Which, I don't really encourage a child, I want a child to enjoy their life.
True. As a child.
Yes, as a child, up until to a certain age.
Okay.
Then,
what's an ideal age for you?
I will say
boxing?
15.
Okay.
Yeah. From me, I'll say at 15. Then you can see so strong, man. So then I decide So at 15, yes. But because these things are nearby, where we can be able to, the entry point is visible, it's there, it's available. Kids now start
early.
At 7, 7, my child can become a boxer.
Jeez.
There's what is called a lifespan.
The boxer has a
lifespan.
Yeah, because you can't get beaten up so much.
No, not too much.
And stay okay.
No.
Yeah.
So that lifespan, I will say to those who are listening, lifespan could be 20 years max.
Yeah.
If you get 20 years in between, I'm not sure how do you measure that. I don't have the tool to measure.
Yeah, but
that.
I get it. Yes.
20 years lifespan. Put everything in all spheres of it, whether you go get it. You say, I want to be a fighter. I want to be a soccer player.
I want to be a champion.
I want to be a champion.
Yes.
Then let me put 20 years. After 20 years, move on to the next life.
That's true.
Life after
boxing. Yes. So you're saying amateur age is really the key factor. And is there an amateur, and excuse my ignorance, is there an amateur league? If you get what I mean. In boxing language.
There is an amateur league.
Yeah.
There is these so-called integrated development programs.
Okay.
Where from this age, you are categorized to fight at this level. There's juniors, there's seniors, and all that.
Is it also weight based?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boxing is all about weight.
Of course. Yeah.
You can't fight somebody who's 90 kilograms and you are
70.
A flyweight.
Okay.
Let me put it in the way it's a flyweight.
That's true.
So you got to fight somebody who's a heavyweight when you're heavyweight. Even in the professional ranks, it's all determined by weight. If you come overweight, if it's a small margin,
Yeah.
you get penalized. If it's not, then the fight get cancelled because they cannot allow well-body organization, and especially if South Africa meet the world standard,
Yes.
then the World Body Organization will say no. You can't be 70 and fight a guy who's 85.
Jeez.
You know,
That
just that weight, you will.
You're disqualified from this particular
Yeah.
match that's coming.
Yes, disadvantage already when the guy is heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, just to run it by you, look at Tyson Fury.
Yes, the British.
The British.
Yeah.
The main thing there is his size.
He's tall and
Tall,
big.
tall and big. You know, he just put his weight on all these people.
That's true. Fought against the Russian, and it was a tough match.
Yeah.
It's always tough.
Yeah,
But it's his size.
His size counts.
Yeah.
Now, a bit of boxing in it helps.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. If
Helps,
you bring your weight to if you bring skill to
Yeah.
the weight, then you'll win. Evander Holyfield was that kind of boxer.
True.
Big and very quick. Yes.
Speed, this and that. Yeah, there's a lot of contributing factors that makes a fighter.
Yeah.
You know, it's not only one, because psychologically,
True.
just psychological preparation
Yeah.
is key. Because if you are not ready to think, because you want to see that punch coming.
You want to be able to
Yeah.
duck it. Yes.
So you got to, in every sense of it, you got to be ready in all spheres of it, because you must get into the gym to run. Some voodoos, people believe in some
in all
voodoos.
sorts, yeah.
There's no voodoos there, they don't work.
Not like in sock.
No.
Where so tell us something.
No.
So born. It's you against
No.
your own energy most of the time.
Baningi, they come there, mina ngeke ngibone.
He won't see you?
No. No, there ain't anything like that,
Nah, not
No, I will see you, brother.
and I'll hit
There
you.
is so much lighting in the ring.
Actually, because the TVs are on, so there's a lot of light. I'll see you.
I'll see you, brother. But I have to see you. I'm gonna throw my punch if you did not prepare yourself.
If you went to lo mama lo kanceda or lo baba athi
Uzobuyela kuye uthi manje lento ayisebenzanga.
I didn't know there was traditional muti in
In any sporting,
I guess.
Let me tell you a story. I won't mention names, but the people who, if they are listening, they will know that that happened.
Yeah.
It's an item,
Okay.
but to the point where we believe in those mutis.
Okay.
The Zulus, mostly, they believe in
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's their belief.
It's a practice, yes.
in,
Common practice.
Yeah. So, but what he did, this person, because we are humble, we are overseas.
Okay.
Yeah. Please do not laugh. I know you want to laugh before I finish.
No, I'll
Just
hold,
wait,
I'll
hold
hold
it.
I'll hold back.
Okay. So they got into, they benza umsebenzi,
Yes.
bamfaka isiphandla. This thing will take you from hell to back and forth,
Is it in preparation of the fight?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
He's preparing for the fight.
Yeah.
He's going overseas. Probably it was his first time having to fly out of the country to go and represent the country.
Yeah.
And that's all these things they had to make him strong, feel more sure of himself.
Of course.
And of course, that's a line of business they take, which is Fagis Pandla and all that.
We believe in those things.
Yes.
Yes.
Ngempela wahamba was Fagis Pandla. Now, he forgot one thing.
Yeah.
He left the training at home.
Oh no.
He didn't train.
He didn't. Oh no.
He didn't. When I say he left the training at home,
he didn't train.
Because he believed in that this will
protect
help him.
me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the catch is this now. With international laws. You cannot take meat without
permission, a permit or something. Yes, of course.
Out of the country.
Yeah.
So that is meat.
Let's pan.
Yeah.
It must have been fresh.
Manje bayenza mafika airport bathi manje le nyama uyidiklerile now. You promised me not to laugh.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot.
You promised not to laugh. Then.
Okay, I'm not laughing.
Oh man! But I knew you when I have to laugh. You know.
It's a funny story. Let's find let's say fresh.
Tell scare.
My cat.
Sorry,
I would say no. We'll wipe that. Finish the story. Okay. We'll wipe that. They cut it.
Yeah, at the airport because he
before he left.
Before he was getting to we must check it. Then it went but he let it.
I'm not laughing. let me get something to watch. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did he win?
I was still getting to that. Yes. He went to... No, they cut it.
Yes.
You must understand how much it demoralizes him. Because he believed in that.
Yes. We didn't work out.
He didn't train. He so much believed in that le nto izongwinisa. Mangaze bayenze ekhaya sohlala awusenza umsebenzi ongaka for ukuthi hey uthe makafika lapha bathi hey yo, did you declare that? Now you must understand where it was. La ekhaya ngithi manje umuntu wala ekhaya mkhabe lesescanner zanga siyipick up udlulile uyitholele bakafika
sepheshe
bathi hey mfu bathi kunento yini ukhipha
konke man
mara yini ukihleli lento la iphumi yona.
Oh no.
Bayikhipha bayisika and phela banandaba bona la ekhaya ngeke bayisika bayazi what it means.
But they respect it. They know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But overseas, internationally, they've got their laws to say you cannot, bring meat
into the country.
No, yeah. It's there on a declaration form. You cannot bring meat in. Now, when I was uthi lettuce kum, spandla, kanti nyama. We don't allow meat, undeclared meat.
Did he lose?
Yes, he did. I can see you want to know.
No, I'm curious because I still believe in him. I still want him.
He believed in himself, he knew.
Win.
But when they cut it, he knew. Imagine I'm no trainer as in 11 club. Hey, utisazo wina. Bangulele. Then shame. Unfortunately, he lost, and then Magalu said, "No, he'll be long." Abakhiphe lento ngiphethe umkhonto wami. Ongabonakali ukuthi ngizowina. And there comes that so Komba is pointing at one of those guys who called him up and said, "What is that?
What is that, man?"
So what I'm saying,
yes,
I'm educating also.
Yeah.
Even some of the youngsters who are there, that please, do not be misled by certain individual, because out there,
yes, in the lights.
Yeah,
it's you and the boxer.
Yeah. The best medicine. Now, that's what, if seriously they are listening, they want to hear what I'm saying. The best medicine is training.
Yes. But I must tell you, having watched, and I'll use movies because that's our reference to boxing is movies.
Yes.
Rocky movies.
Yes.
We all grew up loving those movies. We know them well. The training that goes with that one fight that's coming at the end of August.
Yes.
And we're working towards it.
True. It's magic.
Magic. Yeah. It's too much training.
I also live up to that. Training for the fight. And I want to be Rocky,
Yes,
I go get it, run in the sand there, like you see him doing all of those things. But between me and you, it's fiction.
Of course. Well, you tell us the reality.
Yeah.
Give us the
It's
reality.
fiction. Of course, they make you believe, but it doesn't mean there's no truth in it. Hard work, proper training prepares you for any engagement.
That's true.
Yeah.
And in boxing, it always seems, and look, because we're exposed to it like that as movies, we I can't say the same about tennis.
Yeah.
I can't say the same about golf. We don't have movies like that show this hard work that goes in preparation to that particular fight that's coming with Rocky Balboa and Creed or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We don't have movies that give us that, except for boxing. Boxing has done a good job, and I'll give credit to Sylvester Stallone for that.
Most definitely.
For bringing it so close to us.
Yeah.
And it always seems like there's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
Is it, as you say, it's fiction, but there is a truth to that.
Yes, because as I said, there's no other better medicine than training.
Yeah.
And training, there's all sorts of format. You have a circuit training.
What is that?
Circuit training meaning
different.
You must train from this machine.
Yes, of course.
Circuit training.
Yeah.
You must do for your neck, for your chest, for your muscle biceps, and all that. So there's different machines that you can go. You do 20 of this, 20 of that, 20 of that.
Yes.
Circuit training.
Yeah.
That prepares you because it builds your body to that robust stage. You must look robust when you in engagement. That's the first thing that comes to mind, because when before touching gloves, we walk towards each other like that and we look at each other and say
so you size each other.
Most definitely,
Ready,
but if I realize, nalimpanyana, not the trap affair, then those lines comes to mind. But in preparation, that's why those movies are key.
Yeah.
And it's nice, it's good to watch them, because in reality, when you exercise, you will get to that point, to be structured in that V shape. That's why I keep on saying it's a V shape.
But cardio comes across as being the ultimate. Thank you, Shakes. Cardio, clearly, because that's what endures you throughout the entire 12 rounds, if it's 12 rounds.
Most definitely. Without it, because you can be a superstar with all angles of attack and all that.
Yeah.
But isiZulu sibiza ukuthi stamina.
Stamina vele ngesixwana.
Yeah, stamina.
Ngespedi stamina.
Mawungana stamina. Forget it.
Yes.
Because that's why you see these fighters. There's so many fighters who comes in there, hush speed, and you think this is wildfire,
Yes.
And third round, he's puffing.
You can tell he can't even keep his
can't even lift his
arm. Yes, then you can tell when when
you start doing this,
then you can tell.
You realize, okay, yeah. So there's so many of those fighters who go through that. They want 3 rounds and out. In 3 rounds, you are scheduled for 12 rounds. Now, great fighters of all time, they pace themselves.
Yeah.
Pace themselves.
Yeah.
They will fight. Some fight instead. Some fight. They'll go willfire and say 6 round. This man is not going. Then let me take a breather. They take. During the fight, they're able to take,
even those I call them hugs, even those moments of cuddling.
It's resting.
Yes,
it's part of resting.
You're catching your breath.
Yeah. So, but those are great fighters. But they know now. Thus they say the 10, 11, and 12 is the crucial rounds that can also change the judge's mindset.
Of course. Yeah. And also, it's this because I know Marvin Hedler.
Marvelous.
Marvin. He used to do this tactic of hitting hard in the last 30 seconds.
Yes.
And getting a lot of points.
Most definitely,
So that's a
yes.
tactic as well. The
Yes.
last seconds of every round,
Yes.
he would
Then you
throw in a
impress.
lot of punches and
Yes.
impress the judges.
Yes, it was his way of doing it, and it worked out for him.
Yeah.
But of course, as we go along with time, they tend to look at that and say,
We can see through
we can we can see through that. But what we can do, we will score according to the scoring board, which is a 10 mass system point.
Yeah.
If a guy won the round clearly, he gets 10.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who lost gets 9. Then the next round.
So it's always.
Yes. The next round, the other guy, vice versa. It goes to the either or. The next round, the other guy falls. Then it becomes a 10-8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you fall.
Oh, he falls.
Yes,
Even lower.
You lose 2 months.
Yeah.
So you got to know all of that, And I'll be glad if fight fans can also score these fights while watching them.
Because you really count, you really measure it based on punches that land.
Yes.
Not necessarily how hard. Does that matter?
Yeah, it also helps,
Yes.
to say those are called power punches.
Okay.
Power punches, they also count because power punches, the other opponent will feel that pain and react to that,
yes.
And it will also signal to the judge that, okay.
That was hard hitting.
That was
that was hard hitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but there's all sorts of avenues that helps for the scoring. But of course there's this machine, they tried to use it, but it was not accurate.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. Then it's better
visual.
Yeah.
That's why there are more than how many?
It's 3.
3 judges.
Yeah, 3 judges at the ringside.
Is it always 3? And is it 3 because it's an odd number? What is the?
No, it's always 3. Always 3.
Yeah.
It's a 10 mass system scoring. That judge will score it either or.
Okay.
This one, but now they're trying to balance it to see if they were in the same level. That's why there's a lot of controversial decisions.
Ooh, you had one.
Yeah.
When you lost your belt,
against
that was a big one. Tony Lopez,
yes,
that was a big one.
Sometimes it's because hometown decision.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That plays a role.
Yeah.
Hometown decision.
Hometown decision.
You're fighting at his home.
Most definitely, if they fight also here at home.
Naturally. It's the same.
Happens. A guy couldn't have lost the fight
at home.
But because the judges
you have to knock him out.
Yeah. You're gonna have to knock him out. But even if you knock him out, it's become a draw.
So that happens. That's crazy.
Yeah. They don't want you if you're the promoter's boy and they don't want you to lose. That's I use the line. Even if you knock him out, it
can be a loss.
Yeah.
My gosh. Let's go back to your amateur days quickly.
Yes.
You had an impressive amateur career.
Yes.
If my numbers are right, 80 wins and four losses.
Yes.
Is that even a real number?
Yeah, it is a real number. It's 3 losses.
Yeah, or 3 losses.
Wins. Yes,
80 wins.
Yes.
So you were quite special.
That's how Branox realized and picked me up to say, hey, then he started, putting more effort to make me 10 professional earlier than I would have.
Because you were ready.
I was still new in the boxing world. Let's look at the years. Then you can see the turnaround point,
Interesting. When I was reading it, and I'll let you tell it, I thought it was long, but you seem to think it was short.
No,
let me hear
very
it.
short.
Yes.
It was very short, I think in 1985, I turned professional. In 1984, 83, that's when I won the amateur championship.
So that's short.
Yeah. So I started in 1982, 83.
Yes.
Boxing. let's say we use the age. At age 18, 19,
give or take, yes.
if you calculate properly, you'll see how old was I and what year was it.
Yeah.
And when I got into the amateur rank, now the exciting part is that there is what is called Greater Soweto. Greater Soweto is people who compete in and around Soweto, and then they can go and represent Soweto outside Soweto. That's why, Yes. Now, I was competing there. So my trainer, Nomi Tlhabane, was not there because he was working also. And a trainer who was one of the senior guys to be able to get us way in and prepare us for who fights who, matches up and all that, right? His fighter was in my division. So he realized,
Branox is not around, and there's a guy who has a fighter.
Yeah, and he's a troublemaker, this fighter. Branox is not there. He will whip this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, my Greek.
No worries.
Okay. Now, they created a situation where it was not the true reflection of it.
Okay.
What happens, we come into the fight game in the arena, we weigh in a day before. Tomorrow we fight.
That's it.
Okay, no, let me take it around. Yesterday as amateur, you weigh in today, you fight today.
Okay. There's no time.
Yeah, it was changed now. Now it's you weigh a day before.
Okay.
So that you can, some boxers dehydrate.
Oh, yes.
Getting to a boxing tournament because they sweat a lot. They must lose weight. Some are bigger. They want to squeeze themselves to the
last kilogram.
It becomes, people get dehydrated. That's why that dehydration. Now, recently, I had one of our fighter in Lamanti. He fought a guy in Mexico. Concussion and all that. So that runs to that.
That's why they separated by a day.
Yes.
So you came into weigh dehydrated.
Yes.
So you weigh less.
Yeah, you weigh less.
And then go. We're not going to weigh you again. Go carbo load, as they call it. And then come back and fight.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So
because if you weigh now and fight now, you're not fit.
You're weak.
Yeah.
You still, because if some boxers, they get to 3 weeks, 4 weeks without drinking water properly.
Jeez.
Because water also,
it's heavy. Water is heavy.
Much heavier. So some don't eat properly, which is because they're trying to make a certain weight limit.
Jeez. Anyway, we get distracted. Okay. I want to get the story. Yeah, the D-man who, the guy who was arranging a fight at amateur level.
Okay.
Yes.
So I get into the weigh-in. Branox is not there.
Yes.
I'm all by myself, probably with my friends or my other teammates. They can't say a thing.
Yeah.
I get into the scale and I was declared overweight.
Okay.
Overweight. I mean, we are more sure when we leave home. Already we've got our bathroom scale. We've got our scale there. We've done that. Branoman also had to weigh us the day before the weigh-in, to say tomorrow. So fine. Okay. All was said. I was under, even from Branox the day before the gym.
You're the right way.
Yes.
Yeah, for the fight.
I get there. The guy says, "I'm overweight." You know how painful it is when you have worked hard for a boxing match. You have trained, and you get to the scale, because the scale is your first opponent.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder. So many boxers, and everybody takes it so serious.
Yeah,
it's the
scale. If you do not beat that, then trouble starts.
So you didn't beat it, according to this guy.
Yeah, I also. If you didn't make the weight to Matating, it means you're not going to fight, 1. 2, you're not going to be considered to be part of the group if there's a group or a tournament or a bout.
Yeah.
Then you're out. Then if they allow you to fight because you're a big name, whatever it is that comes to mind, you'll get penalized. You'll pay a certain percentage. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, this guy says I'm overweight. And I said, no, I don't believe so. I'm not overweight. I said to him, I sat next to him, I said, I'm going to sit here and my trainer is coming.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go away. I'm going to sit here next to you. So that you can see that I did not go run.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. And most definitely. Okay. He said, he didn't reply me. He kept quiet and all that because he knows the mission, It's for me not to fight that guy, because they know I've got a beating of that guy. Bronos gets there.
Yeah.
When he gets there, if you weigh in, I said, yeah, the guy said I'm overweight.
But thing is too.
Yeah, but he mean I'm a footer.
And you're probably 40 kilograms.
I'm a skinny guy out there, you think I'm a footer. No. Okay, my trainer says, okay, let's check and all that.
Yeah.
The guy is gone, he's no more there. He left somebody to overlook that. When I jump into skill, I'm right inside the limit. They said, no, but, and he's senior, this guy. I don't want to mention his name. Respect, that. At that time,
and you haven't forgotten.
No, I still know that.
Yes.
He knows I know that because I talked to some of his boxers also. And they know that, yeah, right, They cannot say it in front of him.
Of course.
But okay. Yeah, and he was the main guy, When he said something, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
Okay, long and short, Branox was there. I managed to get into the fight game again, and the guy had to fight the guy. Guess what? The results is I won the fight, which I still proud myself today.
Yeah.
I did not despair. I stood there. I said, wait, mawehla nje esikalini. Ufuna amanzi, ufunayo. And mina ngahlala ngalinda ngathi itrain izofika nini, mina waiting about 12. Ubranomeni uchayisa ngabo 4, 5. Fanele ngilinde till then. Ngingadli next
just waiting so you stay on the same weight.
It was tough,
Yeah.
But I stood the test of time. Branomen came and we proved dividends to say I was not
you were the right weight.
Yeah, right weight. Okay, the fight continued. Okay,
Yeah.
I won. We are friends today with with my opponent at the time.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You were telling us that the time from amateur to professional for you was short. How
Yes.
long was it? 3 years? 2 years?
Okay, we're calculating it. I started in the fight game.
Yeah.
I started at 1982.
Eight, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first fight is 85, 84.
Yeah, 84,
Yes.
85, you're right.
85, yes. The
Because
first
84, I won the amateur to become a national champion in the amateur ranks.
Yes.
Then I got my first fight against Quinton Ryan, 85.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that's a professional fight.
Yes.
That's the one where your mom had to make the clothes.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
But what you must take into consideration is the time frame. How long did it take me to get to the professional?
So you're saying that's short?
Very short. I mean,
4 years, give or take.
Okay. We said earlier on, when do fighters come in and
at
fight?
15.
So how many fights do they fight from 15 to... Yeah.
It's a lot of fights.
Yeah,
that's why you have 80 fights.
I only had 80. When I say only... But you look at the guy.
By amateur standards, you're saying there are few. They're not many.
No, not too many.
Yeah.
You can get to understand that you can get a fighter who started maybe at the same time as I did. You'll find out he's got thousands of fights.
Yes.
Just
and still not professional.
And still not professional along the line, It could be in between the 1,000 and professional, but they have, when you ask them even to date, just call one fighter who went to the Commonwealth or some, all that route. They have to go to the Inter-SADC, which is, they have to go into, well, it's firstly provincial, national, in the SADC, and then international, and then Commonwealth, and then Olympics. Well, we were not
prove
really
yourself there. Yes, prove yourself at the Olympics.
You see all of that. How many? Oscar De La Hoya, if you ask Oscar De La Hoya, he'll tell you he had so many fights in the amateurs.
Sure.
More than 80 is nothing. That's why I'm saying nothing. That's how it comes in. That 80 something is nothing. They fight more fights. They have more than enough fights, more than 80, more than hundreds fights to be proven. To be
good enough, to be professional.
Yes.
So you're saying they spotted your talent quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the talent came in as I'll put it this way. There was talent in the efforts that I put in, because some they put efforts and all that. If there's no talent, then the grading, it's not fast enough.
That's true.
Like it was in my case, it was fast, it was quick for even Branox to see that growth.
Yes.
Fight game. So, but he was happy that I progressed so quick to the championship level.
That's I hear that story, and now that we understand that 80 fights is not enough, it's not a lot.
No,
it's actually what was and what remained your fighting style. And you remember we were talking about different styles, robo-dope and all of that. What was your style?
My style, there's a guy called Salvador Sanchez. You will check on him if...
Is it Mexican? Mexicans had a whole thing about boxing as a culture.
He's a Mexican, I think the same style of Muhammad Ali, same style of Sugar Ray Leonard, the Tommy Hands. The likes, not Marvin Hagler. I liked Marvin Hagler for, his aggression and all that, but I do not like his fighting style. I liked more the Sugar Ray Leonard,
because they had a bit of flair.
Muhammad Ali and all that, they will move,
move their feet.
You use your feet to be able to defeat someone. Your feet. You don't kick,
but you dance.
You shuffle.
Yes.
You shuffle around.
Yeah.
You're able to move, give acute angles, all of that.
And be able to throw a punch.
Throw back, yes. That helps a lot. Even Muhammad Ali, that's how I looked at him and I watched him. You must remember during our days, television was not luxury.
Yes.
So we will listen to radio. Those guys were great.
Describe
to make us understand that. We
are jive.
Now we shuffle out. All of those. Then we listen to that. I said, okay, it will happen that we watch it on. We call it today YouTube.
Yes, of course.
Today, but we'll watch it in some insert.
Somebody had got a video, VHS.
VHS.
Yes.
Then we'll sit there and watch, and then we'll learn from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you developed a style that you stayed with better part of your career.
Yes. I developed a style to say, I'll fight like Muhammad Ali.
Pretty much, yeah.
Muhammad Ali, a bit of Bruce Lee. You mustn't forget a bit of Bruce Lee, because his impact impacts the speed, the counter punching. It was lightning. Bruce Lee, it was lightning. It wasn't easy. He will stand there. You remember when Enter the Dragon?
Remember that?
Yes, where he was with Chuck Norris.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, man. We will watch that movie again and again.
Wow.
Because it was exciting, to see such a speed and accurate man like Bruce Lee, And wow. Did you see how he strike on him, and how did you do
Yes.
that? That helped, Okay, by the way, talking about that, my dad was a, what do you call them? Movie operators.
Oh, okay. At the movie house. He was the
no,
guy.
not the movie house, at the schools,
Oh, yeah, the Mujuku.
Oh,
You
it was a
remember that?
Mujuku,
That.
yeah.
Yes,
My
yes.
dad was, I was brought up through that because I was supposed to be there.
Come
Go there,
learn this
operate
stuff.
the machine, do this, do that, So that's why movies was part of me.
Yes, you put a white cloth and
Out
you
there.
darken
It's called a screen.
You darken the room.
Yes.
And then kids
We
come
put the
sit
plastics
there.
on the
You
windows,
even remember the black bags.
Yeah.
You would cover the room.
Yes.
And then let's go. Here's a movie.
I was part of that, that upbringing.
So that's why you got to see these movies over and over.
I had to see. I was forced to see that movie twice or thrice because we'll show it at that school. Then from there we go to another school.
Yeah,
it's the same movie. You have to see it multiple times.
You even know the words.
The words. I even knew the music when Bruce Lee was gonna appear or we're gonna see Bruce Lee coming in now to come and fight. You'll see what kind of music was going to be played. I knew all of that,
No wonder you remember the names of the movies so well.
Also, yes, yeah.
Incredible upbringing. You were bound to be a fighter.
No, most definitely. I think so, because when you see all those in movies, you will see fighters, people fighting, even if it's not Bruce Lee, but it will be a China.
Yes,
karate,
that's true. Yes,
a movie. Then we'll watch that. You have to watch how they fight and all that. Yeah. So all that was inflated.
It was part of your mindset.
Yes.
Ubabu Norman Thabane is said to be disciplined.
Yes.
Like a taskmaster. He's soldier.
Yes.
How was your experience with him?
Very strict.
Yeah.
Calm.
Okay.
But to the point. You won't see him shouting.
Never.
No. Not even. Bekukubi sise Puerto Rico. The temperature was high. Something that I've never experienced before in the country. When I get there, the temperature was higher than I couldn't breathe properly. Wow. And getting to whatever rounds, then Branok says, hey, boy, the leader of a version. It is Branok. I want to say he's Branok. I'm telling So he took the whole bucket of water. See, those are part where he played a very important part in me because of what I was asking for. And he did not say, "I woman, trainers of today." You say Telamanzi, they don't understand it because
what you're going through.
Branox, what I liked about him or what helped him, he was a fighter himself.
So he understood.
So he understood when I was saying Amanzi. Man, you all be the F there.
I forgot my eyes.
Now there's an inset where I was fighting for that world title.
Yeah.
That part. The camera, fortunately, was right on me.
With that moment.
That moment, yeah. When I said, yeah, massive, and all that.
We'll look for it. I hope we find it. Jeez. And so he disciplined, but strict, but still understood.
He's calm. Even now, I'm not sure if you spoke to him. He's calm. He still say, this and that. But when it comes to the ring, he wants you to be vital, to fight. I won't use aggressive because he doesn't believe in aggressiveness. He wants you to go and exercise what you've trained hard for.
Yeah.
What he has taught you.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Okay. Shintsha magere. Yenza ukuthi manje
yakhumbula lento. Those kind of things.
Yes. So but I still, hold him at high esteem.
Of course.
Yeah, he is not just as a trainer, as a father.
So he played that role as well.
As a father, my dad, when he passed on the baton to him and say, he also welcomed me.
So were you still relatively young when your dad passed away? Were you already a boxer, a professional?
Well, my mom, yes.
Your mom, yes. But your dad?
No, my dad is still alive.
Oh, still around.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
He's still a strong man there.
Yes.
Probably can still live to the dream. I'm not sure.
Interesting
Yeah,
one.
my mom, was still young.
I read somewhere that the Norman Laban is saying training young boys requires a lot of patience. It's not easy. It looks easy, but it's not. What are some of the challenges that you see when you're thinking, I will never do this? To developing young
Yes.
boxers.
I'm glad you asked me that question because myself, as we speak, I'm not good at that, having to nurture the talent.
Yeah.
No, I can help them wherever I can. There are a lot of challenges, Pronomen could prove testimony to that because he brought up a lot of us, to become men and champions.
Yes.
And he had all those challenges to make us understand. It's not easy to understand in there because you get your nose burst. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. It gets bad.
When you get your nose burst.
Yes.
Nah, problem ila.
Yeah. Eh?
Yabona la?
Yaphuka na de.
Kune cartilage la.
Yes.
It's called a cartilage. It's here.
Has yours ever broke?
I don't think it has. Look at it, and I'm not sure.
There is a line, though. There's a small line.
Well, it has to get because it's got to get swollen, this and that, because you get a pounding from time to time.
True.
And the first thing that comes to mind for the opponent is to hit your nose.
Yes. And when they see nosebleed,
they know,
let me go again.
So this part, that's why most boxers, not only boxers, even in a street fight, how come the first thing he goes like,
yeah.
You see,
that's true.
That's the first thing that they will react on. React like this. Even if they come back and fight, but
they still have that moment of regaining,
recuperating from that pain.
Jeez.
So it's that is the part. And then I said this part:
the jaw.
You cannot train it. People do well because they want to put it in your mind because it's also mind preparation is key.
Yeah.
If you want to bese wena pusha intamo yakho
you're making it stronger.
Yeah. Psychologically.
Okay.
Not practically, not physically, But uyenza njengoba kuthiwa yenza ukuthi mana mawuqeda ithi umuntu akuthi nje Yeah. That's why the uppercut is the most vital
uppercut
punch.
is this one.
It's
this. Yes. So it's likely to even hit
land,
here.
it's gonna
and then it's likely to do that.
It can land well sometimes because if somebody does this and
you're facing
like that,
down,
chances they can hit any part of the forehead or but the aim is to land on the chin.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So accuracy is also a skill in boxing.
Yeah.
To hit what you wanted to hit.
True.
Because that's what you want, the impact you want, the jaw and so forth and so forth.
And once it lands, you know very well. Once it lands, it's over.
Let's talk about the gloves.
Yeah.
Are those padded enough? Like that, I always thought, these gloves, they are soft, man. This thing is okay.
Hey.
And people still bleed. So clearly...
a boxing glove is more lethal than not having a boxing glove.
Than bare knuckles?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If I say to you now, please don't do it, just listen to what I mean. I say to you, here's the wall. Hit it with your bare fist. Do you think you're going to hit it hard?
No.
With your
because I know the pain I'm likely to get from that experience.
So, but if I put on the glove and say hit the wall with the gloves on,
the mind says I'm safe.
You can hit it harder, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you see the pain is more painful when you're putting on a glove? That
makes complete sense.
Yeah. I always tell that because now there's a skull. Anybody goes like this,
Yes, yes,
and then
yes.
you have to hit
The head, yeah.
and the head is the strongest part, for you,
And now it's like hitting the wall.
Yes.
Yes. I notice some fighters who do this.
Yes.
Who do the shoulder.
Yeah, like Floyd. Yes.
Floyd
yes.
does the
yes.
shoulder block.
Yes.
I've noticed that as well.
Doing a shoulder. Well, it's a technique that we South Africans, we've been using it. Sugar Boy Malinga, we heard
yes,
of
course.
Sugar Boy Malinga that's
using
that. It's been there, so that we didn't look at it that way. Floyd had to make it sure that everybody should understand what it means when he goes and fight. But Sugar Boy was doing that all the time.
Jeez.
Sugar Boy is a shoulder pad man, and he won his fight like that.
With a shoulder pad.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Let's talk about a fighter that South Africa celebrated just as much as they continue to celebrate you. Baby Jake Matlala.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever encountered him? Give me your era and his era. Did they overlap at any point?
Yeah, they did, because at some stage you will compare me and Baby Jake Matlala.
True.
So, which was good. I didn't mind that. I don't think Baby Jake mind. Because they were saying, and we were not in the same division. So it didn't matter much.
True.
It will be the choice of the people.
We loved you guys both.
Yes, to say we love him. When he fights, we support him.
Yeah.
When he fights, we support him also. When when Baby Jake fights, when I fight, I get the support. Which was a massive support that has given me faith to say I can become a champion even multiple times.
That's true.
Because going back to the first World Championship WBO, when I fought for it, hostile crowd, because I was fighting in the border of Mexico.
Of course.
In Brownsville.
You were fighting against the
Mexicans.
Yeah.
But I knew back at home, millions of people are waiting for this result.
That's true.
So that made me to be more sure of myself, to go and stand firm there. The Mexicans were all hostile crowd, and when I land a punch, they keep quiet. When he lands not even a meaningful punch, then they go like,
what does that do to a fighter?
It does demoralize you.
Yeah.
It does demoralize you because it tells you you're not doing any good.
Okay.
But of course, when you have, maybe a small margin, of fight fans who will say, yeah,
like trinyana. They keep you going.
Yeah, they keep you going. And when I fought in Brownsville, I had one or two, Jerry Maling, I think, and there were two guys that will
only two.
Yeah,
only two supporters in your corner, obviously.
The third one was my trainer. But I could hear their voice. When
in the middle of all that noise, you could hear. So you knew.
So I knew, not Dingani like this. No, it's part of me,
Yeah.
So they can see whatever I'm doing. Do this, do that, do that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Crazy.
Let's go to the time you win your first fight. Yes. The professional now. When you win the championship.
Yeah.
First, before you even get there, securing a big fight is not easy.
No, not at all.
Because a big fight in this context means a title fight or a big paying fight. What are the challenges that come with that? You have to prove yourself enough for them to say, we want him.
Yeah.
Promoters to say, we want him.
It starts with the athlete.
Okay.
If the athlete is meaningful and worthy for their promoter to negotiate on his behalf to get a fight of that magnitude.
Yeah.
Because it brings money, effort, and all that to be able to negotiate with the champions to give you a chance to defend against you.
For the champion to even say, I want to fight him.
Yeah. It takes a lot because they will need to first, when you challenge them, when you present it to them, they want to see, okay, can you give us a tape?
Okay. Okay.
When I see who you're talking about, even before we start engaging, in any other further negotiation.
Yeah.
Once they look at the fight and in their belief, they believe that they can beat you, then they can start negotiating.
Okay.
Yeah.
They must say, I'm trapped.
Yeah,
Mara, I can show you.
Yeah.
I can see his weakness.
Yeah.
Then I can beat him.
But later on,
It's the same.
Challengers will look at the champion and say, but then I can take
I
the
can
title.
show him.
Yeah, that's even your promoters, managers, and all that. They have faith in you. They watch the fight and all that. They think you can beat this guy. Then they start the negotiation.
Yeah, so there's this guy from South Africa.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. And you get your first fight. Who's the first guy you fight that wins you a title?
You mean in the amateur or the professional?
No, professional.
It's Quinton Ryan.
And
it's in South Africa. He's a South African fighter.
Yes.
That's my first fight, professional fight.
And you won it.
And yeah, I'm glad that I got to that point because Quinton Ryan was well respected at the time. He came from the amateur ranks. He was beating up everyone.
Jeez.
And he was a champion. Yeah. At the time, probably provincial champion. And when I fought him, I won. It was my first fight.
Jeez.
So everybody's eyes,
who's this guy?
But some of the people who were in the boxing world, amateurs, they knew about me because already becoming a national champion in the amateur, it opens up the eyes, because the National Amateur Association, which is called Sonabo.
Okay.
So I won that championship belt and I became a champion in the amateur. That now constitutes me having to move to the professional ranks.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You beat him. Does that give you a title?
Yes.
You take
No, not
necessarily.
Yeah,
yes.
I was because he was one. I was just a cannon folder.
Okay.
You know what a cannon folder
What is that?
Yeah. Okay, a cannon folder.
Yeah.
It's somebody that they believe is gonna put up a great show,
blow up.
Yeah, but he will not win.
Ah.
Yeah,
then
he
become
a
like
cannon
that.
folder.
For an it'll get to 10 rounds.
But when it gets to 10 rounds,
that's when you finish. So that's what they thought you were.
Yeah, they took me as a cannon folder. He was earmarked to fight. He was raised to the highest height. They thought he's the guy. Not thought, he performed.
Was,
yeah,
absolutely.
He performed. And they said I should take up on him because I was coming also to that level. They said, okay, let's match them. Then he looked at my fight. Maybe he was at one of my fights.
It's possible in the crowd.
That's why, yes. Then he's all beaten.
Yeah.
Then he took up the fight, and I won the fight. And
did the fight run long as predicted? No, it's going to be an exciting match.
No, it didn't go the full distance.
Yeah.
I stopped him, in the fourth, 6th round, somewhere there. I stopped him.
Yeah.
And I stopped him in the 4th, 5th, 6th round there. And that's when I was introduced to the country.
Yes.
To say, here's a young man.
He's a fighter.
Then immediately I was thrown into the Lions Den to go and fight the national champion. Just imagine, I had how many fights? Maybe 7 fights. Then I go and fight Quinton Ryan, who was my first fight, and I beat him. Now I'm earmarked to fight the national champion.
Jeez. Who's that?
A robust guy. His name was called Mpiseka Mbaduli.
Right.
And he comes from the Eastern Cape. In the Eastern Cape, there's it's a boxing in our world. You know?
Of course.
Um,
2 things, boxing and rugby.
yeah, you know,
Yes.
boxing. And they said to me, okay, fine. And it was in Gqeberha.
Mhm.
Gqeberha is,
It's a
know,
PE now.
yes,
PE then, yes.
it's PE then,
Yeah.
Gqeberha today. I got there. No, before going there, signing the contract, and I was told I'm going to fight this guy. I did not even know the guy, not his face. I just thought I have faith in Branog's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Preparation.
said
Yeah.
Branog's son in front of the house.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm being tapped here. So,
Ngawani.
but I believed in him and I believed in myself. I said,
course.
yeah, we can do that. And we got into the flight. We got into PE
Mhm.
by then. I was at the airport and they welcomed me and all the, you know.
Were you already semi-famous?
Yes, I mean, probably locally
Yeah.
and maybe not nationally.
Okay.
Yeah, locally.
Yes. Gauteng.
Yeah.
Soweto.
Even
Yes.
in the boxing world, you know,
Okay.
where people, in the boxing space,
Mhm.
people knew there's this boy from Shawela,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. You know? And of course, from Eskolweni, you know, go on. Because now they say, oh, this, did you box? I didn't look like a boxer.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't look like
Nothing
a boxer.
like
no,
a boxer.
No.
Yes.
Did you really box? You know, and those will be ladies.
Of course.
And they are very confrontational. You know,
Yeah.
they'll ask you, are you a boxer? Now, my friends and all the classmates, schoolmates and all that, they'll walk tall with their shoulders high and say, I can beat him. You know?
Of course. I guess.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it was part of the play, you know. So, yeah.
You go to the Eastern Cape. Do you win against this
Yes.
this Lions Den?
I got this national title from him.
What?
Yeah. I was still telling you the storyline getting to there.
Yes.
You know, even today, when you go to East London to go and fight as a Gautenga or any other province, when you get to East London, kasi Sotho or kasi Buru, scams.
Oh yeah, got you. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so this guy, you know, he's nothing.
Yeah.
They make you feel like nothing.
Before you even
before you
get to the hotel.
Yeah. They made me feel like that, you know. And one journalist, which I'll mention his name because he's no more now. He was a friend also called Dumile Mateza. You know.
Mazga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Brad Dumile. I said to him, because he was part of the blow by blow boxing and
TV,
all that. Yes,
yeah.
So when I got to the arena before the weigh-in, the crowd packed, and it's me and Branoman, and we're
against all this.
Yeah,
it's almost like being in Mexico.
It's almost like that, yes, you know. And we got there. And now we must understand the Xhosa language. We did not fully understand. At the time, I did not fully. Today, I do.
Yeah.
But I did not fully understand. And but it's more closer to Zulu.
Of course.
Yes. So Zulu. My grandmother was Zulu.
Yeah. So
she got the cheeks of it, you know. So, and I was like, hey, manje bathini, you know. Now there's this one line which I still remember today.
What did they say?
Umpaduli, talking about
your
their
opponent.
man. Yeah, their man. Umpaduli uzayibetha le chap. Not le chap food. Uzayibetha le nkunkuma.
Even nkunkuma, man. It sounds even smaller than a chap.
No, nkunkuma is the west side of calling somebody something.
Yes, okay. Uzayibetha.
Yeah, nkunkuma is when you rubbish.
Okay, yes.
They were calling me that, you know. But I did not understand what you're saying.
Which worked for you.
Yeah, it worked for me. And I went like, what the heck? You know? I'm here to fight. Now just imagine you hearing every part of the corner of, the way
The
in.
Eastern Cape saying you're not going to make it.
So they understood each other. I did not hear a thing. Fortunately, my trainer did not know, did not understand. He went like, come, let's go. What are you waiting there for?
Tlhabane ke mapedi.
Hey,
Ke mapedi wa
into the
Tlhabane.
Tlhabane, yeah. Answer. Hoza man, imali besikhuluma
Yeah,
isiZulu.
of course.
Dingaan,
Soweto
hoza man,
inspired.
hoza man. Yeka labantu lawo. But he could have interpreted to me, Probably if he interpreted, I would have said, who are you calling rubbish? No, maybe I would have said that. But fortunately, it didn't happen that way. And I continued walking towards my destination, which was the scale. You remember I said the scale is his first
You have to
opponent.
beat the scale.
Yeah, that was my worry. I said, you know what? Hey, Branox, uting grand, he wait, then I was right. I said, I'm shaking it, but Emma Branoman, she's shaking a bathroom scale.
Actually, while you're there,
Yeah.
there's a special scale, man. This scale says, why does the boxing, even I know it, the UFC, they use the same?
Yes.
Why is that? Is that more accurate?
I think it's more accurate because, probably it comes with, you see the bathroom scale, there is that electronic one also.
True.
It's also great.
Yeah.
It's, a couple of level of those scales. That one is worldwide
Okay.
accepted.
Ah.
The
one, the way they move.
the one, yeah. You look at
Yes.
Mayweather and all that, Muhammad Ali, they use that.
All of them for years and years and
Yes,
years.
yeah. But it doesn't make any difference because those guys, when they come from abroad, they will use our method of scales.
Okay.
Which is the electronic version and all that.
Okay, so there are some countries who use electronic version.
Yes.
They don't do that.
No, some they do use it.
Yeah,
It all depends on the boxing commission.
Where you are.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So Nkunkuma iwini.
Hey, Nkunkuma lena ithi. Yo, manje samthetha isiXhosa.
Yeah, ndiyakuva.
Uthi yo le Nkunkuma iyambetha umbhaduli. Uthi ke wonzakele umbhaduli. Now what I like, why I'm still repeating it, what I liked about it, they did change, supporting Mbaduli. Now they went for me. Now they were rooting for me.
They just wanted a winner.
So I thought, wow, what a world.
So probably that was the first time you won new fans out of Gauteng.
That also. That also could have started there because I started, getting new fans from East London and throughout the country. Yeah. And, having to have won in East London. Let me take you back again. Arthur Maisele.
Yes.
You remember him?
Yes.
He was my hero. I looked up to him. They called him to come and fight in East London. Because they knew that in East London, I'll win, I'll win East London. And I remember who Arthur Maisela beating their local favorite. And they throw in bottles and everything.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it happens. So with me also, the crowd, a centenary, is full to capacity or packed capacity, And when I beat their men, they did not react.
Oh, yes. They were more respectful.
Much more. And I was surprised. Why? And they came to me now, hey, Fundin,
we are better.
Whatever they said in their language, that, will signal to say, you fought well, we support you, and we are your fans also. They didn't say it like I'm saying.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
First international fight, that a shot at the title, at the and we did say it's difficult to get the big fights.
Yes.
But here you are. How many fights into your professional career are you now presented with an opportunity to be a world champion?
Yes.
Do you remember how many fights into it? Was it long? Because to me, when I read your story, it felt like it was long. Between becoming a professional to now getting a chance or a shot at a title. At a world championship.
No, it wasn't long. Let's look at the years.
85, you get introduced to being a rather professional.
Yes.
When was? Are we
then
even correct?
Let's say 85. Yeah.
Yes.
It was 85 is my first first fight as a professional. 85 to 90.
Okay.
I become a champion.
You see, I thought that was long.
Yeah.
You're saying it's not.
Yeah, no, that is long. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I was talking about me transition from
Yeah.
amateur
To
professional
yeah,
and becoming a world champion.
yeah.
It takes a long time
A
to
long
get to
time.
that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I got to that part, which is what you want to know.
Who's this guy? The Mexican.
Mauricio Aceves.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm glad I can still remember the name.
Yes.
Then it proved testimony to you that probably
No. No.
No, fine, it's okay. It's okay,
And you beat him.
Yeah. I fought him twice.
Ah.
I was taken by a promoter from here to go and fight him for a world title. We got there a day before. They changed everything. The fight was no longer for the title fight.
It was just an exhibition.
No, it's a turnaround fight.
But no title.
No title.
But he was a champ.
He was a champion even then, yeah.
Were they allowed to do that?
Yeah. Well, for whatever happened in there, I'm not sure. Maybe he was sick and 2 days before, 3 days before, he was sick, he was injured. I don't know, but I don't remember exactly.
So they didn't want to risk the title.
They didn't want to risk the title.
Ah, okay.
So they thought, okay, let's. I said no, but they wanted to find out from me if I can still fight 10 rounder. They said no, the fight can carry on, but the title is not at stake.
It's not on the table.
I said no, man, I came here for the title. And the country was waiting for me to fight for the championship fight, And we did not fight, but I thought, okay, let me take the fight, And I beat him the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
And that guaranteed me the world title chance again. For him not to defend against anyone else but me again.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it, you say guarantees, but is it, there's no law. Is it a prerequisite? Why do you say it guaranteed you that
it was
fight?
guaranteed by the World Body Organization.
Ah, that's it.
Yes. That this was supposed to be a title fight, but for whatever reason that presented itself at the time, that we don't fight for the title, but let's see the outcome of the fight.
Yeah.
If you win convincingly and all that, then we'll guarantee you
a shot at the title.
A shot at the title. His next title defense will be against you.
And you got that?
Yes, I got that.
He must have worked really hard
to
avoid that.
Yeah, I was not happy. He would have, if maybe we didn't have that clause, or we didn't, sign that understanding, it means he would have said, because I beat him, he would have said, I don't want to fight that guy. Let me have a voluntary defense somewhere first.
Not this one.
Not this one. Yeah. But he was forced prior to 10-round fight. We had to sign that agreement to say, if he wins, if he beats you, it means,
he can beat you again.
He can beat you again.
Yes.
So, but we'll make it officially that you become an official mandatory challenger.
Here's a question, and it's based purely on my ignorance. Are you able to say no to, if say you're a champ, you're title holder, and somebody wants to fight you? Are you able to say, no, I don't want to fight that person?
Okay, say it again.
No, you're a champ.
If I'm a champion.
Like him.
Yes, yeah.
And he can see when he watches your tapes.
He says
who's on better.
Yeah.
Are they able to say, no, I don't want to fight this guy?
Yes.
Even if the weight is exactly identical, there's no issues with weight, nothing.
Yeah,
but they just feel you're going to win.
You can say no. What qualifies anyone to fight for the
title?
For the title, it's his ratings.
Okay, tell me.
If he's number one, if he's mandated,
okay,
and all that. If he's number 3 and all that, but he has fought probably or he has fought somebody to qualify to fight you and all that, right? To become mandatory and all that, Then, if the time has come for the champion to defend, there is forced the champion to defend against this guy, particular individual,
but not necessarily anybody.
No,
can say no to some.
Yeah,
random
in the
guy.
ratings, there's about 10 boxes.
Uh-huh.
If number 10, number 5 wants to fight you, if you don't want to fight him, you say, no, I don't want to fight him. But if you think, but now there's this contributing factor, which is the money factor.
Of course.
If it makes business sense for the promoter,
Let's
even
do
if you're
it.
number 10, they'll make it happen.
Yes. You use the word mandated. What does that mean in that context?
Yeah, it means if you are number 4, number 3, but you fight number 1,
okay,
right? Then you win. Then you're mandated to fight the champion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
No. They give you...
You can't say, I don't want
Even if you don't want as a champion, they give you a stipulated time to say within 2 months, 3 months, you got to defend. And you cannot defend against anyone else but him. Yeah.
You can spar with others, but him you have to defend the title.
Defend your title. This is the person that you'll fight. He's number 1. Or he's given the right to fight for the title now. Yeah.
Help us understand the weights as well.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for us to learn.
Okay.
Featherweight, lightweight, a heavy lightweight, and.
Yeah.
Give me that. Educate us.
The flyweight is the Baby J guys.
They are smaller.
Flyweight.
Very small.
Small.
Weight-wise.
Weight-wise.
Is there a specific weight? Like 40 kgs,
yes,
50 kgs?
Let's say Baby Jake 40, 41, 42, 45.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the smallest weight.
Okay, got you.
Well, there are flyweights,
Really?
There's a mini flyweight also.
Whoa.
Hecky Buckler?
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of those. We started in the mini flyweight, he fights now flyweight and all that.
Jeez.
So he starts from that weight division.
Yeah.
Then it comes with those kilograms, which is 45 and all that.
Okay.
Then as we go along, I was fighting at
you entered at lightweight.
No, I started fighting at junior feather. Junior feather is 57 kilograms.
Okay.
I started fighting at 57.
Okay.
Do I look 57 kilograms right now?
Nah, Harry, yeah. You're probably 80. You're probably 80 and more.
No, you're right. Yeah. I'm running right there, 80
yes.
and more. Because we're going to talk about Brian Mitchell later. I will give you my weight
yes.
later. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you my weight, what it means also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then which other level is junior flyweight?
Yes, it's junior fly, there's flyweight. Strawweight is the worst weight, which is I think it's less than 40 something.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah. But maybe 40, 42.
Okay.
Somewhere there. And then junior flyweight and all that. Featherweight, where I was.
Okay.
And then lightweight.
Yes.
Lightweight is where I won the world title, the WBO.
That's Lopez.
Yes, the Lopez one. Yes,
yeah.
61. 61 kilogram, but I was at 60,
Okay. So how much room do they give you to play? You're saying 61, but you were at 60.
Let's look at featherweight and lightweight.
Yes.
Between featherweight and lightweight. Featherweight is 57,
okay,
58, 58 point something, maybe and a half. You can still featherweight. But from there, 57, 59,
58, okay,
59, 60, 61. It's a lightweight. And then 61, 62, 63 is a junior world.
Jeez, these are like tiny margins.
Yeah. It's not much.
You could be flyweight today and heavyweight, lightweight tomorrow.
Yeah, the lucky man was Baby Jake. He never.
Yes, he stayed same way.
He stayed. He started maybe as a junior fly, but he ended up as a flyweight, something like that. I stand for correction.
Because you had a major change later on in your career.
Yes,
from one weight division to another. Because even your championships are not from one weight division.
No.
Yes.
I won 2 world championship bouts, which is the WBO and the WBA at lightweight, which is 61.
Okay.
Then I stayed a couple of years without fighting. Then I ballooned
Jeez, trust me, we saw that.
Yeah. You saw that?
We all saw it.
Oh, man.
We didn't want to tell you.
Yeah.
We all saw it. You also saw it.
I know. I ballooned, Yeah.
No, Jakota,
Hey,
guys.
let's see. Go na le ntho ka Sevenda ba e bitsa chikwikwi,
Ini chikwikwi manje. You're having chikwikwi.
giblets.
You're having chikwikwi.
Lots of giblets, and giblets is not very easy to digest.
Yes. They hang around.
Yeah.
They hang around. Oh.
Yeah, no, in Venda it's called chikwikwi.
Be careful of
Yeah, chikwikwi. It means, they don't digest quickly too.
So you even knew what made you.
I knew.
Chikwikwi was
I
your
knew.
problem.
When I stopped chikwikwi, then I was able to make the weight.
You're having a chikwikwi problem.
Oh man, yeah, I know about it. But it's nice.
No,
and
I know
liked it,
them.
all
They're
that.
nice.
But now,
Giblets
when you down them,
they don't go quickly.
no,
They say we are here to.
Nalinkani.
They build houses.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
Yeah.
So because I know when I check out, I realize, and trust me, like I said, we saw that transition,
yes,
and you still won
yes.
with the heavier weights.
That's when I became a 3 times world champion.
Yes.
So it was amazing, even to me.
Mm.
The difference between lightweight
Yeah.
and super middleweight is 19 kilograms.
That's
19.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Here. So where were you when you were in that higher? What weight were you?
That's what I'm saying. I won the WBO, WBA
Yeah.
at 61 kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
From 61 to 76.
That's a whole human being. That's a 5-year-old.
We always say with my friend from Namibia, is Yele Fark.
Yes. Yele Fark.
Yele Fark.
Yes.
How can you? But now we make an item, but that's what it means. It means I had to jump from that to 19 kilograms.
Yes.
As proud as I am to date, that I jumped 19 kilograms, I still win a world title.
Do you know?
And not just a world title, a well-respected world title, WBC.
Yes.
I'm still proud of myself to date,
Yeah.
That's why sometimes when I walk out there, I don't walk out there with my nose, very up. Yeah, I'll open up. And
you don't know what I want.
Yeah. I said, no, you know what? It's not easy. It was tough, but yes, but the one thing I won't forget is the support that I received from South Africans.
That's amazing. I want to go back quickly before I forget.
Yes.
Your fight with Lopez, you win it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're this champ.
Yes.
When do you get the Rose of Soweto name?
Oh, it started even before
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the step ladder that I was climbing, I got to, be received by Sowetans.
Yes.
Because that's where I started, anyway.
The Godfather,
Yeah.
Godfrey Moloi.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you remember that.
He was a prominent supporter of yours.
He did not even hesitate, I remember coming back from a fight in Mexico, and he went to go and pick me up from the airport.
From the airport?
Yeah. And
then you stand.
Yeah.
So everybody can see you.
So that he was like, no, let me show him this is our pride,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And then he's the one that, I drove back to Soweto College with that car.
What?
And just imagine you get there and all your schoolmates and all that. And some of them, they're surprised. Oh, how did this get to happen? He did not act like that. He did not do it. And we did not see it coming. But then, I was with, I forgot to mention Doctor. Doctor, we were together.
Dr. Kumalo as well.
Yeah, he was there.
Yes.
I remember, coming in there with the car. And that's why I remember now. And then he shook my hand and he was happy, it was great,
Amazing.
Those were great moments with all of them,
Yeah. Who gave you the Rose of Soweto name? Do you remember?
That name came all about, it's the guy from, there was this Chepis Little League.
I remember it well. Yes, 100%. Because we were kids playing soccer.
Yeah. So they took me, and then he was there, and he's the one who came with the name Rose. We can give him roses, this and that, and all that. Oh, roses.
But why was that?
I think
you got that name through soccer.
No, the launch where we had also as boxing. They were launching a boxing. It was a mix of soccer and
for youngsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was there, and he says, "Yeah, you are Rose, Rose, Rose." I said, "No, why is this guy calling me Rose?" My nickname was Sanchez.
Okay.
Before Rose, people knew me as Dingaan Thobela.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Sanchez I told you about earlier on, that Salvador Sanchez.
Oh, so they named you after him, fighting style and all of that.
I think, and I suspect, it boiled down from Branox.
Yeah.
I think I think he liked Sanchez himself. And he saw me fighting like him, and he thought, because I think it came in around when he was talking about it, So, but I carried that name, and I was called Sanchez up until, this guy, fine.
And you still don't know why Rose. He could have chosen any flower.
Yeah, he could have said any flower and all that, but he said the rose and all that. I still got the picture of the rose when he took a picture of that and all that. I still got it today. But because we just met there, so he went his way, I went my way. But because of the support that I received, I got from Soweto. That's why then the name was linked to a Rose of Soweto.
That's why.
Yeah. And to live up to it, I was giving roses to all the beautiful ladies at the ringside. I'm saying it to you, looking at you, David.
So you had to do that.
I had to.
You had to bring it to life.
Yeah, I had to, But let me correct the other thinking of it. People will think, because. No. The greatest supporters in anything are women.
That's true.
Trust
me, I know that with my radio career.
When they support, they really do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's when I started. I said, you know what? These people, they show passion, and they will come to the fight, the venue. They will support you and all that. And I said, you know what? All the ladies, maybe using the word beautiful ladies. No, but it was ladies at ringside.
Yeah.
I will throw in the roses of them before I fight.
That's a costly exercise, comrade. So you had to buy roses.
Every time when I had to fight. You must understand I was not earning good money at the time.
That's it, yes.
But I did that, and if you look at Tony Lopez fight, see, I had a bunch of roses, and I took one out. Before the fight, I gave it to Tony Lopez.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yes. Did he take it?
Yeah, he took it. He was a man, I guess.
Yes,
he took it and he moved it.
Of course.
Somebody,
He's here to work.
Yeah, he says, no, let me finish what I came to do. Yeah. But I was just showing the symbol of love.
True.
Peace and happiness. I was just showing that we are fighting. When you jump into the ring, me and you, we're going to fight.
And after this, we'll shake hands and be
shake
friends.
Hands, kiss each other if we need to,
Yes.
Boxing is all about that.
Was there ever a time when you felt you were bigger than Soweto in terms of the name itself? Yes, because the name placed you in a corner of South Africa.
True.
Was there ever a time when you felt, I should be the Rose of South Africa now, I'm big enough?
Yeah, no, not quite. I was always, wanting more support, because probably then it means, from your question, it means I never felt that I had enough support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just putting it in the nutshell.
I got you.
Yeah, I never had enough support to feel like what you say. I still wanted more.
Okay.
But today, as we speak. I don't regret the support I got. It was enough for me. I'm happy, and I appreciate it. People has made me what I am today.
Yeah.
South Africans.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The fight you have in 1993, right on the verge of South Africa's democracy.
Yes.
The fight that you lose in rematch. What is that fight?
The Tony Lopez one.
It's the Tony Lopez one.
Yes.
You lose it first.
Yes.
And then you rematch it and you win it.
That's the Tony Lopez
That's
one.
the Tony Lopez. And the rematch, you win the title. You
yes.
become a superstar.
Yes.
The politics of the moment, did it play a role in the excitement and euphoria of South Africa to have a South African go somewhere outside the country and come back having won a championship, and yet we're dealing with a new South Africa that's coming, and Mandela negotiating with Codesa and all of that? Was there ever, when you remember back, a link between those two moments?
Yeah, it did. It contributed a lot, in two ways. The one way was when Mandela called me. He said, "You got to be sure that you win this fight."
Wow.
Before democracy.
Incredible.
It's in the public domain. You must check on it. He says it. It's on visual where he says he was with Peter Mukaba, and I was there. He shook my hand. He says, "You got to make us proud as South Africans.
Yes.
Make the true democracy. This fight means a lot for you to win this fight."
Incredible.
And I'm sitting here today, I'm saying, I'm proud that I did not disappoint him. I got the title back home.
Imagine if he had lost.
Oh,
Let's
man.
not go there.
Oh, no, it wouldn't have been nice, yeah.
The preparation for that, the fight had a name.
Yes, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Yes. Because the first fight,
We had
everybody knew that I won.
Yes, but then...
Unfortunately, because of the hometown decision, there was daylight robbery tag.
Yes.
But myself and Branox, we took it and put it aside and said, we can do it again.
Let's focus.
We were more sure of ourselves. We knew that we can beat him. We said, we can do it again. Let's focus.
What the focus, was dramatic. Where was the fight meant to be?
Okay, the fight was meant to be, of course, at the champion's hometown.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, in his hometown.
In his hometown.
Yeah.
But the promoters fought so hard to get the title fight or the fight in the country.
In South Africa.
In South Africa.
And they won that fight getting it in South Africa.
Yeah, they won the bid,
Where did it happen?
In Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where Tony Lopez comes from.
But the interesting thing about the story is you left the country to go train.
Yes.
What informed that decision, and where did you go?
Well, we needed intensive training.
Yeah.
That's
that Rocky Balboa moment.
There are those moments, to say, but we had people that we can talk to that can accommodate us to train overseas.
Yeah.
And one of those people was Marvin Hagler's trainer.
Wow.
He welcomed us. He wanted us to come over there. Let me just explain another scenario to the training method. I think in the country, we believe to train where there is more heat, it's a better place to train. It's different. Muhammad Ali, being one of the greatest fighters of all time, they trained in the snowy place because that's where you put more effort to sweat.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So, but I know people believe
Sweat.
I mean, you're just reducing weight,
Yes.
But fighters who were great fighters, like Marvin Hagler, they were running in the snow. Rocky Marciano was running in the snow.
Jeez.
Muhammad Ali was running, Joe Louis was running in the snow. We're talking of Floyd Mayweather now.
Yeah.
You check his fights. Most of the fights during, the snowy season and all that, because they know that they push more when it's snowing. But if it's hot, then they get to sweat easier and quicker.
Of
And,
course.
But it remains to be verified, what I'm
Jeez.
saying. But I proved that, because when they took me over, and I could tell, yes.
Where did you go?
In Brownsville.
In the U.S.?
Yeah, I was in the state, in Biloxi, Mississippi. I trained there.
Cold weather, as you say.
It is cold. Biloxi is worse. It was worse. They took me to Houston. Houston is like South Africa, the weather. So I was in Houston. I trained in Houston for a long time, but I will go again to the cold weather condition to prepare me. I'm happy today that those people who are my advisors, managers, and my trainer, Nomet to accept the invitation or the invites to say, let's take him there.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
And you took a number of sparring partners with you.
Yes, I took. He was a welterweight champion, David Potsane.
Yes.
Migzo.
What was his nickname again?
Migzo.
Yes.
Yeah. I took it. I went with him.
Yeah.
I went with Jerry Malinga.
Wow.
I went, but you know what? Those were great fighters.
You mentioned those names.
Yeah.
They make my soul happy.
Oh yeah, because they helped me. They helped to prepare me to compete.
That's amazing. So did you get a local American sparring partner?
When I got there, we were one or two that will come in and all that, but I will bank more on the guys that because sometimes this training with the guys from within that country, they could be spying.
Oh, of course. Hey.
Yeah, that comes in.
Your game has got so many issues.
Yeah, they could be coming in and say, he can't do this, he can't do that. He can do that, he can do that. Then that's spying, but you wouldn't know. But they would
spy, so they can see what is he up to.
Yeah, for their guy to know what to capitalize on.
Something that stands out for me about that era of boxing, the names. Hands of Stone, Dwaba.
Yeah.
Those were like such cool names.
Yeah.
Who else comes to mind in your memory?
The Hawk, meaning there were two of the Hawks.
Yes.
It was Masbulele, the Hawk Makepule.
Makepule. How my dog?
Yeah, it was the Hawk Welcome Nita.
Welcome Nita.
The Beast Fuyane Bongo.
Oh.
Yeah,
you would take me back to my childhood. Because those were big names.
Yeah, those were in boxing for sure, and it was during my era also.
Of course, Brian Mitchell was a big name.
Brian Mitchell, Ranging Bull.
Yes.
Yeah, but the guy, Lishonel Dwaba, came before us.
Oh, no, Hands of Stone.
Yeah, it was behind us.
He came after you guys. Yeah,
he came. Yeah, I think in the years. Okay, I don't remember the years, but anyway, we were already champions with them.
Okay,
he followed he took over from where we left. Actually,
do you know? Interesting. When something in my research, I came across the fact that the gym is named after him.
Oh, this
Hands of Stone in Soweto.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's where Branox is.
He's still training youngsters today.
Yes.
Same. Is it the same gym you started your career?
No. I started my career in New Canada. You know where New Canada?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Patco bus.
I see that.
Depot. Pasco Bat Depot. That's where I used to run from Shawela.
All the way to that side.
Yeah, just imagine. If you know that distance. But I didn't feel it. I would carry my bag. Hey, I would carry my bag and run.
Yeah.
But when I started making some money, I thought, let me jump into a ride.
Hey, man, why not? I'm glad you took us there. Let's talk about the money of boxing.
Yes.
You said the beginning stages of your professional career.
Yes.
It wasn't paying so well.
Not at all.
What is not well by your recollection? How much are you talking?
The first fight?
Yeah.
65 rand.
What the hell?
Just imagine. Yeah. 65 rand. And I opened up a bank account,
Mm.
first bank account, 65 rand.
65.
I was accompanied by my dad, who's Norman Tlhabane, not
Mm.
my biological
Yeah,
dad. Yeah, he's the one who took me. Come, let's go to the bank. You're going to have to bank this money.
You have money now.
I said, well, you must understand that during those days, 65 rand was...
Not so bad.
Yeah.
Not so
I
bad.
like the way you say it. Not...
Well, because I must admit, I can't imagine what it could buy.
No, nothing. Even then, it couldn't buy anything.
Really?
But I think it was more. I understand people are saying, no, you're doing it for money and all. 65 rand, like I'm saying now, it wasn't money.
Yeah.
Now, that 65 rand, that's what is called training expense.
Okay, yes, of
It
course.
means it went over and above
Mhm.
65 rand.
Yeah.
But we didn't worry. We just went to a fight.
The next fight.
Yeah. Wanted to fight, get into the gym, get yourself to the gym. We didn't mind running the distance I just told you now.
Yes.
For 65. How much money it cost me running all the way? If I get injuries along the road and all that, to go to the doctor, how much money is the
Sure.
doctor at that time
Yeah.
also? So you can tell all those things. Were
Yeah.
challenges. I understand that people do not know what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
But the money gets better and better with time.
As you-
obviously.
yes, yeah.
The more fights you fight, international fights,
Yes, yeah.
the Lopez fight.
Yes.
Is this life-changing type of money?
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course, when you get to that level,
Mm.
you have proved yourself without doubt
Yeah.
that you can be reckoned
Mhm.
to be called somebody that can compete against the world's best
Yeah.
by becoming a world champion.
Mhm.
You know, so it's got to come up with the money.
Of course.
You know, they've got to give you good purse money.
Yeah.
But as South African, we did not get to cell phone numbers.
What is the long money?
No.
The long money.
No, we didn't.
When the numbers are many.
No, yeah. Well, it's good monies, yes.
Yeah.
It's good monies because we were not used to it. We never knew.
Of course.
When we started getting it, if somebody gets 500,000 those years, was wow. 500,000 today is what? Next to nothing.
Of course.
Yeah, you see. Yesterday it was wow, me. But thus I'm saying, just to cut it short and say, we did not get to the cell phone numbers.
But why do you clearly indicate that it was a South African thing? That was it because we were seen in a particular way, South African boxers? What was the reason you highlight that as South Africans you never got to that?
Okay, I want to generalize and not particularly say South Africans.
Okay, yeah.
I will believe, or like to believe, that the whole world was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fighters, promoters, managers will negotiate not to the cell phone numbers.
Yeah.
Because cell phone numbers was not exposed at that time.
No.
Like it is today with Floyd Mayweather.
Of course.
When you look at, can you count those numbers?
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's TV rights and all sorts. Yeah.
Yeah. With all, social
media and everything that goes
it's coming to the fore and he's getting all these monies.
Hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense sometimes.
I said Muhammad Ali
Yes.
never got to get that money. No, he's the one fighter that has raised the bar. I'm glad, I'm happy today, that he has raised that bar.
Yeah.
Because some of the youngsters who are out there who wants to become world champion, they will benefit from that.
They still look up to those big names. Yeah. What was the first big thing that you bought with the money? Now that you're a big earning boxer.
A car.
You bought a car. What car was it?
Yeah.
You should remember.
I know it. I just want to know which one I've bought first. Okay. The first car I drove was the Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz. No, well...
You went big.
Yesterday it was big.
Yeah.
You remember those Mercedes-Benz were called China Ice?
China Ice? Do I remember,
China
Ice?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure.
They were those long...
Yes.
One color was beige.
Yeah, goldish.
Yeah,
beige, yeah.
goldish.
Quite
Yeah.
a boring color now,
Yeah.
but yes, I know
Yeah,
exactly
today.
what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, that was one color. It was a popular color, and I look around, and it was a used one anyway.
Yes, yeah.
And I could afford that. I said, well, I need a car, and I bought that one. Okay. But immediately I realized,
Maybe not.
I'm not going to drive this Titanic.
Because it's a large car.
No.
I remember exactly what that car
I
is.
said,
yes.
no, that's Titanic.
Shakes, for the first time, we have to put a picture of the car in our video. This we're going to put.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Anyway, immediately, but not very long after,
Yeah.
I bought, it was during the time of Super Bowls. You remember Super Bowls? Opel
Super
color.
Boss. Oh, yes. Ooh, they were fast.
Yeah, it was the fastest car at the time, yes. Then immediately I got into that one and it was branded.
Oh, it was branded the Rose of Soweto.
The Rose of Soweto, yeah.
What?
It was branded Rose of Soweto. Oh, wow, Then you see life now. Oh, yeah.
you said it like Mandla speaking here. Oh yeah. You came oh yeah.
Yeah, I said no. Yeah. But it was great to see that they appreciate, not only my handlers.
True.
It means the country appreciates what I brought in the fore, which is world titles and representing everyone,
Celebrity comes with a lot of work and responsibility.
Yeah.
You say it was obvious people were appreciating, but also it comes with the fame that complicates life. One thing that I've observed.
Yeah.
What was it for you? Was it a pleasant experience, or what were some of the challenges of the sudden? I was just a regular guy who could go to the shop peacefully, and now everybody sees who I am.
Yeah.
What was one of the challenges that you had to overcome in that regard?
Okay. Let me start back from what I said earlier on. But anyway, I said to give roses to those beauty ladies at the ringside.
Yes.
All right. It will mean from a general guy, standard guy who walks out there will say, "I'm charming that woman." No, I was appreciating the support. You remember I said that earlier on. With all the fight fans, as soon as I got to that level where the Calibra now comes in, you see, when the Calibra comes in, I thought it was great to see the growth of the support that I'm getting from South Africans. And I appreciated it, and I never doubted it. Thereafter, I realized people, when they support you, they support you.
They really love you.
Yeah, especially my age group, elders. Let's talk of elders. Those are genuine supporters.
Yeah.
When they support you, they support you.
Yes.
It is that's our man.
Ask Zuma, he'll tell you.
All of that,
That you can do anything. They will continue to love you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I still say to date, I'm really appreciate the support that I received from all South African. The new guys also, they Google you, they look at it and say,
"Hey man, D-man."
And some of them, I'm right next to them. They say, "Is that you?" Yeah, they still ask me, "Is that me?" and all that, and I have to, prove and confirm and all that. But they appreciate it because, some of my, niece and all that,
they say, "Hey."
Yeah, but was it you there and all that? You don't look like that. Some say you look like that. No, some say you're still the same. Whatever that is presented, I appreciate it with
Did it go to your head at all? Did you find yourself at some point you were just too famous?
I don't think so. Because I don't think even I got to a point where I was confronted.
Yeah.
As such, with such, where, because I've never come across, with anyone who says that to me. If why and all that.
Were you talking about people thinking that you think you're special?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there will be those people. There's no way that everyone will praise. will praise you in every sense. Of course, there will be somebody that will come in and say, but,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, I really accept it with great pride to say, that's how you think of me. Let me prove myself to you.
That's
then
true.
when I prove myself to you, then you can be able to determine thereafter also.
I'm worthy of
of
the praise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or keep on.
All that, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ladies, you speak about them a lot. Did you have problems there with these ladies that just loved you and you struggled to choose?
I love to be loved by ladies.
Yes.
You know?
Most guys will tell you that.
Yeah. I will say all guys, will be loved to be loved. The first love starts from your mother.
Yes.
Let's start from there. You will be loved to be loved by your mother because you will go running when she calls you out. Let dad call you, you look at him, what?
I get it. Completely understand.
You see. So I don't see anything wrong with that. As much as I said earlier on that I used to give them roses.
Yeah.
I appreciated their support. I appreciated their genuine support.
Yes.
And I still do to date. Any lady that approaches me, comes to me, that I approach, goes to them. We talk.
Yeah.
We identify a common ground.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm generalizing.
No, I got you.
Common ground.
Yeah.
Whatever that you develop to, it's up to us because we have identified a common ground.
That's it. Yeah. You dated a famous lady though.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to phrase this.
Yeah. But any sense of it. Yeah.
No. I'm trying to think in my head.
Yes.
Where am I going with this?
Yeah. Okay.
Birds of a feather flocking together. Famous people at the same time. Miss South Africa.
Yes.
And Dingaan Thobela. Match made in heaven. Great idea.
Yes.
What was going through your mind about that? And I ask it in relation to the fame part.
Okay.
Or you're famous now. You can get any girl you want. Type of state.
True.
What was going on in your mind when you dated the most famous lady in the country at the time?
Okay. Let's start from here. I dated her when she was not the famous lady.
Ah, okay. See, we didn't know that.
Yeah, you see. Okay.
Yes.
We dated when she was 17,
Okay.
18.
Relatively young. Yeah.
You see, we dated then.
Yeah.
We grew up together to that level where she became in South Africa.
Yeah.
So when I say we, it means we were together all the way to Miss South Africa.
Yeah.
She became Miss South Africa. Then after her post as Miss South Africa, we started having this limping through and not working properly. And like any other relationship, it started having complications. We had complications, but we kept it going up until such time. And it broke.
Yes.
She went that way, I went that way. I will say, I'll skip the other side of it, which is as we grow apart, a lot of things were said to and from.
True. Okay.
You see, I'm not going to dwell on that. But what I'll dwell on is we got to a point where she got married, I got married.
So you're having your own life.
That confirms that we're not together in a real true sense.
Yes.
So it was my way. I had my wife, she had her husband.
Yeah.
But of course, talk started continuing doing that.
Oh, no.
We ignore them, it's fine. Although they'll come from to and from. But I moved on from there and I am what I am today, not part of her.
Yes.
I looked at her, read about, and that's it. And that life continues.
Do you, there's a lot of lessons that come from all moments in our lives. What are some of the moments, the lessons from the story you just told now?
Yeah.
What stands out for you about it?
It was good while it lasted. We had a good relationship. Sure, nobody knew about it then, but people started getting to know about it because we started being in the public domain.
You're famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started being in the public domain. Wedding bells were there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, if you Google it, you'll see.
Did it get that close?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We stayed together for all the year that is in dispute. You know, I'll just say all the years that we're in dispute.
Yeah.
We stayed together, and wedding bells definitely were there. Were discussed by family. It got to that level. But of course, when the 94 era of her becoming Miss South Africa came in, we've got to consider one thing you must know or remember: to be Miss South Africa, you don't have to have a husband or a...
No.
Yes. Then we had to, make sure that that
doesn't... It's kind of holy Miss South Africa. You should not be married.
Not married.
Actually, they don't even want a boyfriend.
Not even a boyfriend.
Yes, I remember that small detail.
Yes, So we looked into that.
Yeah.
We knew about it because we were drilled through by the organizers to say,
we know you.
Yeah, we know this, but okay. Then we put it aside. When I say we put it aside, we put it on hold.
For the duration of her reign as Miss South Africa.
Yes, we put it on hold. Say, it's fine. Let's put it on hold and all that. But we were in the same roof.
Oh.
I'm just emphasizing.
No, yes. Wow.
We were in the same roof at the time. When the decision was made.
Yeah.
We were in the same roof. Of course, when she went throughout the whole world, the country, becoming the Miss South Africa, I was there.
Yeah.
Just check the clip on when she became Miss South Africa. I was at Sun City too. They played a clip where I was wishing her luck and all that.
Wow.
It was pre-arranged.
The event. Yes.
Yeah. So it was pre-recorded. To say, what do you say? Then I had to, okay. But the mind says, you know what? It's a woman that I dated, that I loved when we were still young out there.
That's true.
And I've got nothing against what happened. Let's go on, carry on with our life. I'm out there. I've got my world as we speak.
Yeah.
She's got her world. And I've never wished her bad. I wish her luck all the time. And I'm sure she was not wishing me bad. And up until such time when it was, redirected by the unscrupulous figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, what an interesting moment. I guess people, as they read this, they're going to Google.
Oh, yeah.
Who is he talking about? We are deliberately not mentioning names.
No.
Is that good enough for you?
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Awesome. Because some of the stories that came out, and you tell me if you're willing to answer this, about Dingaan was hitting me and all of that.
Yes, yeah.
That episode, one, did it exist? Two, does it matter? Does it matter right now?
Well, I've answered that question so many times.
I can imagine,
Yeah, I've answered that question so many times.
I must admit, I battled with myself whether it matters or not in this conversation.
Well, it matters to give some indication.
Yeah.
One, it never happened. I loved that woman so much.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it was taken out of context and ballooned by whichever way.
Yeah.
And I don't want to dwell on it. I just say I respect those who said it. If it's people who are much closer to her or whatever, I personally, I haven't heard her. Saying it. I'm not saying she hasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe she has spoken about it either on radio, print media, social media herself. But I haven't heard her saying it, to say this is what happened, But I said, well, let it run and up until such time, which even now I'm saying let it run. Yeah. We'll see how far
as time goes. Yeah. Your boxing career carries on to 40 fights.
Mm-hmm.
You win, you lose, you win, you win, you win a lot.
Yes.
You become this big famous guy.
Mm-hmm.
You start thinking of businesses outside the boxing space. What business crossed your mind almost immediately?
You see, in all what you do, right, you always wish for the best,
Of course.
you know? And if your best is not good enough, you keep trying. I'm more from the support base in the sporting code of boxing to the business that I decided to run, the Rose funerals.
Yeah.
The Rose funerals, it was given birth by the Rose of Soweto.
Of course.
You know? Yeah. And I wanted a company or a business that will help the needy, underdeveloped. That was my mission, to say, I know people out there, they struggle to this level when it gets to when death strike. You see?
What do we do?
Yeah. Who do we run to? Who do we, that we have faith in that will be able to help us bury their loved ones in a dignified manner? So I presented myself, introduced by my uncle. My uncle was in the funeral business also. And he introduced me to it. I thought, why not? Let me take that money and invest where I can fall back on and say, here's my money, I put it in here and and it worked out well. Yes, I understand, business is like a sea waves.
True.
There's never been stable. There's never been smooth, gentle. There's always rough moments. We love the sea, but the sea's got waves.
True.
Goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up.
All the time.
Yeah. So that's what business is all about. It's those challenges of life. This is where we're at. I'm in that funeral business. Of course, in other business with venturing into from time to time, in and out and all that, and that's it. Yeah.
Did you seem to have run it for long? Does it still operate?
Well, it still does operate. It's still in the public domain. Of course, it's not in the same way it used to be. It's got its ups and downs, the fallouts and all that. As we speak, we're busy rebranding it.
Okay.
Just to assure those people who had faith in it.
That it's still strong.
We are still there. We will limp through, with those challenges to be able to get it back to where you know it best.
Yeah. You leave. Is there a time when you leave boxing? And I like that when we started this conversation, you said it has a time span, boxing, like most sporting codes.
Yes.
20 years, give or take. So there's a time when you completely leave boxing. When was this? And I asked this question because you come back.
Yes.
Let me ask it this way. Did you leave boxing and come back?
No.
Maybe that's the proper way of asking.
Okay. It looked like
that.
leaving and coming back.
Okay.
It looked like it. But even to date, I'm still part of boxing.
Okay. But as a fighter, I'm sure you understand what I mean.
As I said, later we'll talk about Brian Mitchell and all that.
Yes.
We'll come to that also.
Okay.
It will just support what I'm just saying. That of course, I had a run as a youngster.
Very
I
successful.
got to a point where I was tired. I thought, I'm not gonna do it as much as I used to, but I'll do this and that. Probably I'll get into training, managing, promoting, and all that. But still being part of boxing. I got out of that also. I got to a point where I say to people, that's where they come back. Because people, we want more. We want more, You understand that?
I got it.
We want more, You can still do it. Those lines. You can still do it. You can still do that. You still that. Look at you, this and that.
Yeah.
I thought in me, I thought I could have achieved more. I became 3 times world champion. There are about 4 world belts that are prominent. I didn't get the 4th one. So that drive kept me driving to say, why not?
Try it.
You know, get to that point and win this one fight to get closer to that world championship and become a world champion there. Then I know it's a wrap. But that comes with all challenges to climb the ladder.
Yeah. How old are you at this stage?
I think I was, when I made a comeback, I was at 40, eh?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's it's not young.
No, it's not young. But it's questionable. You know, I know with the regulator says at what age you must stop.
Okay. Do they say that?
Yeah. 35.
What? Okay.
35 you must stop.
Yeah.
Because health conscious, this and that and all that. We understand that. But we are different as human beings.
That's true.
You see, there are some that you can see that they must stop. But there are some that can prove you wrong.
Yeah.
One example, which is a worldwide example, George Foreman.
I was about to say, he fought till he was very old.
54.
Yes.
He became a world champion.
Imagine that.
You see?
Even
now,
Holyfield, when he was bit by Tyson,
yes,
he was relatively old.
Yeah, 40-something.
Yes.
You see? But at 54, you say...
A 40-year-old is too old.
You're saying at 35.
Yes, it's too old.
He's too old to still compete. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm against what the regulators say, but I'm saying along the line they must reconsider saying we could allow somebody if one medically fit.
Yeah.
They
must go through the medical checks.
Check up throughout, you know. Once that is done and is clear and all that, then they have a trial run. Yeah. To say, let's match him up with another oldie there, you know.
Let's see.
Start that mono. Yeah. Yes. Then when they hit you, then you must start saying, no.
Maybe not.
Time out.
Maybe not.
No. Jeez. So they should give that. You know?
But they allowed you when you were 40 to fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
They allowed me. I went in there and I fought. Yeah. Of course, there were challenges in there, blah, 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 that led to my performance. I'm not taking anything away from the opponent. Yeah. The opponent deserves to
Let's acknowledge the opponent. Who was
Swan Bottas.
Yes. Yeah. A local fight.
Local fighter, Swan Bottas. He was a South African fighter. He was a South African champion. I fought him the first time. I took the title from him, which is the super middleweight title.
Years prior.
Yes, years prior to
that moment.
Yeah, to that moment. Yes, you know, I got the title from him, super middleweight. That helped me, for him to give me the opportunity to fight him and prove that I can beat a higher division. He's the one that helped me to get the opportunity to fight for the world title.
Yeah.
From there, then they realized from lightweight, 19 kilograms jump. And he wins the title
middleweight,
against a very competitive fighter. Yeah. Then, if we request him to fight this opportunity, which is that presented itself for the WBC with the current champion, then, and he accepts, and he's ready, he's fit for that.
Why not?
Why not?
So when you're 40, a comeback, you fought many other fights after that.
Yeah. I fought a couple of fights.
Yeah.
I won't say many other fights, but a couple of fights.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I get to fight him, and I lost. I not only nationally, internationally, I fought a couple of fights.
Yes.
At that age, you know, I went back and I fought in Canada. I fought in Denmark.
Jeez.
I fought in, I lost a couple of fights.
Was it strenuous for you at that time? Yeah,
of course, it was
life and all of that.
Yeah, it was strenuous. You know, the only part that was not fair to me which I understand.
Uh,
Boxing is business,
of course.
and it will be business for those who has probably the money. When I say that, promoters who can get their fighters, to bring them up using greater fighters of all time. To say, we can gauge this boy, he can beat so and so. He was a former world champion. It's so nice when a young fighter comes in and fight a former world champion.
Of course, yes.
Yeah,
there's an entire movie on that idea.
All
with
of that.
With Rocky.
Yes.
Where he comes in and he's old, he's minding his business, and there's a young guy.
Yeah.
And they're comparing his glory days with how great this young fighter is. And they say, do you think the younger him would beat
fight,
this guy? Yeah. And it becomes a fight. And yes, answering that question, it's a business.
Yeah.
The business makes sense. So you might as well make it a reality.
Yeah, they made a business on me.
Yeah.
If you look at those fights that I lost them in Denmark and whatever.
Yes. It was a series of fights.
Yeah,
yes.
It was... The main thing that was a problem, I was not given enough time.
Yes.
There's a carrot.
Oh, and you're thinking.
And say, come get this in 2 weeks.
You're thinking.
And you go like...
were those carrots big enough for you to say, I can't let this go?
Well, not big enough, but they were fair enough.
Yeah.
To make me jump on that plane.
And say, let's go.
Yeah, they were fair enough.
And,
I don't regret taking them.
No
one would have given me those opportunities.
That's true.
So I got those opportunities, and they've helped to make me along the line with my growth.
Yes.
To say, okay, take that one.
Cover up.
Yeah, whatever.
And that's because I think one thing that comes across Dingaan, in this conversation is that boxing is a business.
Yeah, it is, most definitely.
Yeah, you get into the ring with money in mind.
Yes.
I want to win the fight, but there's money on the table.
Always.
Yeah.
I understand, as a young fighter, Dingaan Thobela as a 24 young fighter, when they asked him that question, are you fighting for money? No, I fight for fame. I fight for...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because you haven't seen money.
He was on Tuan.
Yeah, I was only in Tuan. You haven't seen money as yet, but smell of him out there,
You can see it.
Now you cannot say, I'm fighting for money. No, I'm fighting for... I used to say that if you check my... You'll tell... It will prove testimony to say, I used to say this. I used to say, yes... No, I don't fight for money. But yes, with time, money will be part of this.
Of course. So you're always aware.
Yes, I've learned that,
Yeah.
I knew that it's not all about money right now. Even if it's all about money, I'm sure that all those fighters who were all about money, they are no more. Not no more as in dying, but they're not in the fight game,
Do you think sometimes boxers would sacrifice their health chasing the money?
Oh, there's plenty.
Yeah.
The recent one, it might sound otherwise, but I am sure that they knew prior to the fight that he was not well. Being not well does not only mean sick.
Of course.
In boxing.
Of course.
I will say why. Being not well, you not making the weight, you start not being well there. Because you must start squeezing yourself.
You must start doing wrong things to try to make the weight.
Yes. And the only way is to squeeze yourself. You mustn't eat properly. And that's why when he fell, it went to his brain, because his brain has no water or something like that.
Yeah.
It was dry.
Jeez.
I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying.
No, I got you 100%.
Yeah,
and that's why I phrased it the way I did. Would you put your life on the line because there's a prize?
Chances are, that's my answer. Chances, not only him, there's an American fighter, a British fighter, just forgot his name, but he fought... he had concussion. Let me put it this way. He had concussion. Yes. He was a great fighter, but he fought against another great fighter.
That's true.
And he got attacked. And
Better.
and he died.
Hey,
You know.
jeez.
So there are fighters who get to that level.
Yeah.
Not only the one that just mentioned now, which is, I can mention the name. My heart bleeds.
Yeah.
He was a smart boy. He was following in the Ruth path that he was a WBC Africa champion when he went overseas. And that would have given him the mandatory position to fight for the world title.
Who's that? It's clarified.
That Lamonti.
Yeah.
You know? Shame, he's a young man who I think he loved boxing. And he was good at it because he's been a champion all the way.
Time,
yeah. And he ended up in Britain, in England, where he was hospitalized after the fight.
Yeah.
For a couple of weeks and all that. He only got back now.
Now, recently?
Yeah, I think if not a week or 2 weeks back.
Jeez.
He only got back to the country. He's still not stable. He got back to the hospital. Those are matters of concern, not only to the fighters themselves, but to the administrators to make sure, promoters, managers,
all of those.
Everyone that contributes into that fighter, they must be able to make sure. I know it's not easy to make sure that somebody is, but there is machineries that do that, check properly, and see if, because that thing does not only start in the ring. I'm saying in the fight. It starts in the gym.
Of course. You can see.
Sometimes we spar against big guys in the gym, and our trainer says, but that guy is heavier,
You can see more.
Yeah, he's heavier.
It's two weights above you.
5 pounds hammer more.
That hits you.
And still
it hits hard.
Yeah, you can feel that. Ouch! But because your trainer said, you are the man. You are the man. You want to stand firm there with your head held up high.
You still live up to the Daikali theory.
No, by my fights and all that. But when I get into the fight, how I hide.
Well, you said it. A boxer is not meant to be hit.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're a good boxer, they shouldn't hit you.
No. Well, punches will land because you're in a fight.
But you should do your best.
Most of them, 80%, I'll use a scale of saying 80% of those should
not hit you.
No.
Should miss you.
Yeah, should miss you and land on the guards or something like that. Yeah.
True. Let's talk for a second about this Brian Mitchell fight.
Yes.
Why does it matter so much to you? And because it still matters even now, isn't it?
Well, it still does, yeah.
Yeah. Why does it matter to you, the Brian Mitchell fight? Because man.
But
you still, do you want to fight?
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think he does. Although he's got these moments where you ask him, he says, really?
How old are you now?
Now I'm 57.
How old is he?
He's 60 something, Akiri, what brings it up is this exhibition moment.
That's it, yes.
One, which today we call that fight a fight that never happened.
It even has a cool name.
Yeah. Fight that never happened. And we thought, or ask ourselves, why? Why didn't it happen? Brian Mitchell, why didn't it happen?
No answer.
Dingaan Thobela, why did it happen? Okay. Now, I think the whole drive also, part of the drive was, which we didn't talk about, boxing has took a big dive in the country.
It's there. Interesting. I have a question there written, boxing in South Africa today. But anyway, we'll get there.
Okay,
Let's focus on the brand.
Yeah, because of that, we're saying the support of the old. Those who knows the Brian Mitchell and the Dingaan Thobela, when they come and see this Dingaan Thobela or this Brian Mitchell they're talking about, what he has to offer.
Yes.
But there will be a supporting main bout. Who are these supporting main bout? The youngsters that we're introducing into the market to be supported. Boxing must go back to where it belongs.
True, the glory days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Today we talk of boxing. Somebody says, "What are you talking about?" They don't understand it properly because it's not there. Television also is not very supportive in the boxing world.
Yeah.
Because, but I'm glad anyway now that talks are starting to, boxing probably will get back to television. Yeah.
Do you find that these YouTube fights and so forth, your Casper and your Vest,
yes,
they help in bringing the sports back to people's minds, like you're talking about exhibition fights?
Well, I support them.
Yeah.
But there could be a benchmark. There are challenges. Casper and your Vest and the opponent, whoever the opponent will be at the time, they could get hurt.
Yeah.
And it could cause more damage into the boxing life. To say, you see boxing.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, what I know because of that. But if all precaution measures are taken,
true,
fully taken, then we don't have to worry much. It's fine. Those that can still box, or those that can fight, and those that can still fight. Now, when I say those that can still fight, I'm talking about the legends.
Of course,
there are legends that can still compete.
Yeah.
Why don't you? But if they go through right tests and all that and pass it with flying colors, I guess, then why not
give them a chance?
Do the exhibition part.
Yeah.
It's not a big fight or serious fight.
It's not
an exhibition.
It's not a 10 round. It's a it's a 4 round.
4 rounders or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
But we go wanna hey, it's like Dingaan Thobela le Brian Mitchell. It's got to go 10 rounds. It's gonna have to go 10 rounds.
Yes.
Reason being, Brian Mitchell, his nickname is Raging Bull.
Yes.
You know what the Raging Bull does?
We know it well.
Raging Bull
destroys everything.
Yeah. And you're in trouble. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Brian Mitchell comes in and fight and all that, and 4 rounds is nothing to him.
Of course.
He will want to go further, much further.
You'll tell the officials, don't worry, we're good.
Yeah.
We want to keep going.
Let us go, So based on that, I'm saying, we'll look into that. But we'll look whatever that comes to mind.
Yeah. Have you, if you had to wish it into being, when would you want to have this fight?
Sooner.
Are you fit?
Yeah. When I say fighters, let me start by saying fighters, which I'm helping some of the young fighters. This thing of taking fights on short notice, it's a killer point. Because they are not ready. Readiness does not only mean physically, even mentally. You have to be ready in all other spheres of being ready. So I want to be given a chance.
Yeah.
6 months max.
Okay. So it's beginning of next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we start negotiating today, tonight or tomorrow, it's going to be 6 months. If we start negotiating later than that, it's going to be 6 months therefore. Then 6 months at least, there's no excuse. Because if all spheres of making a fight are put in place, there's no doubt that we can start training.
Yes.
And preparing for that event. I give you look and go ring him all. Bari Kena Dingaan
Kena Ola
or Nagambiz.
Let me tell you, them couch boxers like us, we win every fight.
Oh yes.
We win every
Oh,
fight.
yes.
We look at you and say, the time I'm trying.
Kamboza bicycle.
Trust me, couch fighters, we win every fight.
Not true.
Have you engaged in a conversation with him though?
With Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
we've spoken.
Yeah, the interest is there.
He's willing.
Yeah.
Of course, as I said, the time frame, is key.
Of course. And the sooner it happens, the better. Isn't it?
Yeah.
You'll be out of it completely. There won't be a chance.
We're not getting any younger.
No.
We seriously are getting much older.
Yeah.
And we should rather nurture the talent.
While you still have it.
Yeah. Now, young boys there, young girl child.
Yeah.
We should show them how it's done.
That's true.
Yeah.
We can't wait for that fight. It has a cool name.
Yeah.
The fight that never happened.
Never happened.
I can see that fight getting all the media coverage,
That would be great.
I can see it getting all these even great sponsors for that matter. Because if they can sponsor a celebrity fight, this is a true boxers fight.
True, really celebrity fight. Yeah.
Wow.
Will be great. One day I'll come here and talk to you and say,
we'll be little bantamo.
Yeah, give wanna look at me.
That's my belt.
Yeah, already, I've got my belt now. Yes. I won it. Yeah.
Do you have permanent injuries that come from boxing that you still carry today?
Not that I know of. From boxing, no. This hand.
Yes. Oh yes. That
this is not from boxing. But when people see me and meet me and greet me and all that, they think,
because you're a boxer. Yeah, you use your fist.
That's the hand of a boxer.
This one.
Yeah, that's my hand of a boxer.
Okay. Not that one.
This one was an accident. Yeah. I got cut and all that in an accident. Car accident.
Yes.
That's why you see this cut here.
There's that. Yeah. Boxing clubs would not create a cut. Yeah.
No.
Unless it's an operation.
Well, you'll get what they say in Zulu. Amaqhuba.
The bumps.
Yes.
From hitting
the back.
Yeah.
But to those who are listening,
it's this hand.
Yeah. But it doesn't have also.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. It's not bulgy.
But you'll get those guys, and they're the one who walks the walk in your studio or whatever. They'll walk the walk and show you a matkuba. You know what it means.
Yeah.
Just to educate people, about it. Hitting a back correctly, your hand will be like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not this one. I'm showing you this one. This is the hand.
Yeah.
Hitting a back wrongly, it will create those. You know how they come in? You get cut because there's a back. Instead of hitting the back this way, what you do, you hit the back, you move that way, then it cuts you.
Okay.
Then all the time you get cuts, you are bruised, my friend. It's
all the time.
It's so painful.
Yes.
There's pain out there.
And the back feels nothing.
Nothing. And now the people who think you are strong.
So there are people who are proud of.
They're proud.
Yes.
Thinking, you can see. Maybe it's because they think boxers train with their fists like this and then do the push-ups.
And
I'm not sure. No, it's not that.
You don't do that.
No, I didn't do that.
Yes.
Personally.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, then beliefs are different. We all got different beliefs, and they work for us also.
Of course.
Yeah.
I want to close with names. I want to close with a few names. And I left it. I printed it on the printer. On Chekele Shakes. If I take too long to find it.
Okay.
Certain names. Boxing names. Just look for it. It's on the printer. South African. Let me get SA boxers, because your name is obviously there.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
As the one of the greatest.
Oh yes, yeah.
Let me see if this list will appear. Actually, there.
Yeah, they choose this best boxers from time to time, depending on individual.
Of course, yes,
yeah.
Yes. Let me see. I printed it yesterday, but Now that I forgot to bring it. Actually, I found it.
Oh, you found it, yeah.
Yes, I found it.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to mention a few names and tell me what you remember about them. Corey Sanders.
Corey Sanders, a great fighter. A fighter that brought the pride into South Africans by winning against the most feared fighter in Klitschko.
Yeah. That's an important one, eh?
Yeah.
Let me see. Who else? Tulani Malinga.
Tulani Malinga, one of the great fighters that South Africa has ever produced.
Yeah.
He has proved everyone wrong when they did not believe in him. He went to England to beat some of the pride of England.
Yeah.
He became one of the oldest world champion in the country.
Yeah. Because I have a memory.
Oh, yes.
I remember John Tate.
Oh, yeah. That's
a big fight.
Yeah, that was a great moment of Kgerikutsi. At the time, we were not boxers and all that. So
we were not even a united country.
No,
yes. Yeah, it was during apartheid.
He went all the way, Kgerikutsi, to go and get the world title. Well, he got it here. And he made us proud by becoming the WBA world champion. And he has beaten the man who was John Tate, and he was a black guy. And I remember, even myself, I was shouting more for John Tate.
I'm glad you remember that. Because I was going to bring it up.
Oh, man.
We were supporting John Tate.
Oh, yeah.
It was clear that we were taking a racial
Stand.
side. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you also remember it was a South African boxer, Afrikaner, Kgerikutsi, was fighting against a black American.
Yes.
And we decided we're supporting a black American.
Yeah.
There was even a song.
We
were
even sang a
singing.
song. Yeah, I remember the song very well. Uzomshaya
John
John
Tate.
Tate, Utata Machance.
There you go.
I still remember the song. Because I supported him wholeheartedly, John Tate.
Yeah.
Funny enough, later in my fight, I had to, link up with Gerry, and he became a promoter in one of the fights.
Yeah. and you probably thought, geez, I didn't support this guy.
No.
At some point.
I don't think he remembered that, or he heard that. He didn't want
I wonder if he knew that South Africans were not supporting him.
But it's just a song,
No, we danced that day.
We danced so
we
much.
danced in the streets. We were happy.
Yeah, we were happy that John Tate,
won the fight.
Yeah.
Yes, we
I
danced.
remember vividly, yeah.
Incredible. Vuyani Pungu.
Mm-hmm.
What stands out in your mind?
A great fighter.
Yeah.
Who really listened to his trainers and everybody around him. And I'm proud to say today he defended his title more than any of us.
He did.
Yeah. Brian Mitchell defended his title 12 times.
Yeah.
He defended it 14 times.
Wow.
That's an achievement on its own, He has done well. I said I'm proud of him. I remember when going to me and Welcome, he was junior to Welcome later.
Jeez.
And I think he took over from Welcome because the same belt that Welcome fought for against Kennedy McKinney. Vuyani went to go and take that belt, and he defended 14 times.
Brought it back home.
Yeah.
Welcome later. Let's talk about him. Might as well.
Welcome later, one of the pride of the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
World champion. He did break the bar to become, I'm sure he's the first world champion. Stand for correction.
It's first from South Africa.
From the Eastern Cape.
Oh, yes.
From the Eastern Cape. He's the first world champion. And all the youngsters look up to him and they have faith when he directs them accordingly.
Yeah. We spoke about him a little bit, but this is our chance to acknowledge him properly.
Okay.
And that the baby Jake Matlala.
Baby Jake Matlala, he has proven everybody, the doubting Thomas, that size does not matter.
That's true.
You know,
It was this high.
yeah, you know, as short as he is,
Yeah.
he went all the way to become our hero,
Yeah.
represent us in South Africa. He won the world championship. He even went to in America, not sure whether in Las Vegas or somewhere, but he has beaten one of those prominent world champion out there. So he will still be remembered. May his soul rest in peace.
Brian Mitchell.
Brian Mitchell,
Mm.
a great fighter indeed. Looking at him, watching him fight, I happened to work with him in the gym at some stage.
Mm.
He taught me one or two things, and he went all the way to represent South Africa also.
That's true.
Defending his title 12 times. And I call him a road warrior because most of his fights, he defended them outside South Africa.
Wow. He was on the road.
He was on the road, yeah.
My favorite boxing nickname of all time, Daudi Arora, Malefian.
Diarora,
Yes. I've always loved that name.
You do? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Fleshy fighter,
Mm.
flexible, Kibekuri.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
What's in Tetelang?
Oh, yes. Slipper.
Kibekuri.
Yeah.
I know that because I fought him.
Yeah.
And we fought for the Transvaal Championship. Okay, I won. But
Mm.
yeah, you know, it was a mobile fighter.
Yeah.
Very classy. He fought well all the way, you know, to his glory days, you know.
That's true.
He's now reckoned as a WBF world champion.
Wow.
He won the SA title, provincial SA. He won the WBF champion. So from Tembisa, so he made us proud, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I bet you there's some that are missing because we truly had a time when boxing was really celebrated in South Africa.
Yeah.
There was an era, whether it was 20 years of that time, but there was a time when it was, for me, the glory days of boxing, when the names would come so easily. We knew them, and we don't see them so much now.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I wonder if, and I'm glad you're talking about the exhibition fights, should help this cause.
Yes.
But I worry about boxing today. When you look at it and you compare it to your era, what do you think it needs now that it doesn't have and it used to have during your times?
Okay. I think before I answer that, I will need to direct the question from you. Will you recommend your boy child
to box?
To box?
Personally, no.
Oh,
no.
Why is that?
And interesting, I have a question as we close about that.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the hard-hitting punches on the head because I watch a lot of boxing.
Yes.
I watch a lot of old boxing matches on YouTube.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite. It's the weirdest thing that I scroll to boxing. Yeah, so I watch a lot of boxing. And I always look at it and say, these hard-hitting shots on the head surely can be good. And when we look at Muhammad Ali's career, and you look at it and say, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
So it's really that for me, when I think about boxing and the long-term possible injuries. That's why earlier I asked you about if you have any permanent injuries.
Yes,
and every time I think about Ali Muhammad, I wonder, surely there's an easier way of making money. There's a way that doesn't have a lot of possible injuries. So no, that's my answer to you.
Okay. I think beside being scary of unseen for circumstances of injuries and the likes. There are so many avenues that I will support your statement. Because when we enter or do something, we do it for remuneration, which we talked about earlier on, which is money.
Yeah.
But if fighters are not paid what is due to them, that's all support your statement that I wouldn't recommend, because today what you see is that that boxer, he was a boxer, that guy. It doesn't support, the whole statement, in the sense
The
that
remuneration statement.
remuneration, akasana mali ezengoma akasana mali well basho yalo kuwa is fine but sithi akasana mali, it means mhlawumbe uyispendile usebenzisile uyabona usele ngenye into. It's unfortunate that all of us, that's why when you said no, I said I can support you, because if the remuneration will end up to that level of the person you see now,
that's true,
not having the money that they talked about,
maybe not.
Why recommend my son to go that route? Just to add on it, Mike Tyson. It's an example of what I'm saying. There's a couple of other many fighters, but I'm quoting Mike Tyson, where we say, what happened? Do you remember how much, or do you know how much money Mike Tyson used to fight for?
We remember vaguely.
Yeah. 30 million.
Yes, big numbers. Yeah.
US dollars. I'm not talking about 30 million rands.
Yeah.
What could have happened if me and you were sitting here and asking ourselves, what could have happened?
Well, in his defense, young man, new money, you're likely to do wrong things about it. Continue to defend him. He's stayed the cause, and now he's reaping the rewards of the brand Mike Tyson that he built many years ago in other ways.
Yeah.
The brand is still strong. It's a Dingaan Thobela brand. It's still strong. You're able to reap the rewards of the brand.
Right.
However, it may not necessarily be boxing related rewards. There are other rewards that are coming with that. So that's why I said, let's defend him for a second. He's just an episode of I Blew It. All of us have those moments where you had 3,000 and within 2 days it's no longer there. It happens. Kintwana,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I hear you. I want to come in the sense where I say, I also said it earlier on that me and Fanny Madida, remember that area?
Yes.
Yeah. We want to cover those avenues.
Yeah.
Because education will be key to help such moment.
That's true.
Yeah. We will
the
sit
I Blew
down.
It moment.
Yes.
Good advice around this person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, there was a problem with us, which we did not see. We thought these elders are smart enough to guide us. Now they were looking at their own side of it.
Okay.
More of it. Now, we don't blame them much because it was not well structured properly. But we say, if it's going to be structured properly, we come from that era. We know what it takes to get to the top and to go down.
True. You know what happens.
So we are there to come and help these youngsters. Now, my managers and all that, they were there just to make sure probably their side of it is covered. And if they had my interest at heart, they would have said, you know what? There is that moment where boxing
it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put away, invest for those days. How so you go about doing this and that? But in the same token, don't blame them much, because at that time, there were no cell phone figures money.
That's true.
Where you can do that. Because it needs that. You can't, how are you going to put away whatever money away for 100,000?
Yeah.
even then, mayifika 100,000 imoto njengoba ngitshele ngifuna
Thenga imoto.
ngifuna imoto, ngifuna indlu,
Yeah.
ngifuna lokhu,
You have
whatever that.
your own needs that are immediate. Yeah.
Yes, you see. So you don't have the money that will say it's hanging there, where it can make you think, which let me put away.
Yeah. There's just not enough left.
No.
After your everyday needs.
Yes.
Basically.
And even not just every day needs even going forward, because now that you're a superstar, you are expected to live
superstar lifestyle.
Yes. And it needs that money that you're talking about.
That's true.
But if you get those cell phone figures, then
that basically you're saying the cell phone figures that the sport deserves.
Yeah, definitely boxing, because of it being boxing, the pains, the moments that we go through and all that, it deserves the benchmark that Floyd Mayweather put in.
Yeah.
It deserves that, because you know how hard it is to get up in the morning to run for 5Ks. Not into the injuries. Oh, you come back home, you get back home. You want massage, you want this, you must eat properly, you must digest, you need a dietitian. That costs money. You know, this is where I want to come in with the Fanny Madida collaboration. You know, from his side, he will say the challenges that they face as soccer players. From our side, we'll say the same from boxing, to try and help. I know that some of the people out there in the mix won't be happy because of that, but we're trying to help the nation, these youngsters that wants to emulate us.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any regrets?
Yeah, I said the one regret was me fighting for the IBF.
Why was it a regret?
Because today I would have been called 4 times world champion. Yeah. Because the opportunity did not present itself appropriately or properly. I believed at the time the then champion would have been beaten. I could have become a 4 times world champion. Unfortunately, I cannot go back to that. But yes, I regret that opportunity did not present itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other? Do you think you made good financial decisions? And I lead this from the statement you made earlier about today's youngsters.
Yes.
They should get the correct guidance. Do you think you made the right financial decisions or finances?
Partially, I have.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not fully to the level of the expectation. Once they say you world champion, people expect you to be flying and all that. But that's why partially. I've done a couple of investments that will keep me going, but I haven't stopped. I still strive to get more opportunities.
Next.
It's very because
there's always something. Eh?
Yeah, there's always
that's life, I guess. That's life.
Yeah, so I'm saying you can never stop. You keep on, even if you retire.
Yeah,
you still have something to keep you going. You see.
Yeah.
So that's I'm saying with all the youngsters who are there, I will definitely sing that word of gospel to them to say.
And it's not only boxers, really.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's all that. Yeah,
there's boxing, there's this and that, all the sporting code that we can identify.
Yeah,
and say, guys, let's help each other. We might not be those academics to that level, accountants, this and that, but they are there.
Yeah.
You can consult with them to be able to guide us properly and say, this is the route, the best route you can take for whatever.
Being a father of 6, how has that been?
It's big.
Have you enjoyed fatherhood?
Yeah, I have enjoyed fatherhood. Of course, fatherhood comes with challenges. It's not easy as we perceive it to be.
It always looks not easy from a distance.
Yeah. You're saying it's not easy from a distance.
It always looks easy from a distance.
Well, it always, there's this line which I discourage people to use all the time. We hope. I always say to them, you hope, you listen to me carefully to construct these two lines, hope and what I'm going to say. We hope things never happen. You understand? So now when we say to people, you keep hoping, the next best question, what are you hoping for? You know, people, a good line that we always use as human beings, we say good things come to those who wait.
That's true.
I don't believe in it. What are you waiting for? Go get it. Good things come to those who go get them. You know, those are lines that you educate people to get to understand them are reality. That's being factual.
Yeah.
You know, to say, guys, Mandoza said it in one of his songs.
That's true.
Yeah, it's those who wait, you know. How do you wait? You don't wait, you go get it.
Yeah. I asked about kids, though.
Yes.
Have you enjoyed being a father?
Yes. I've enjoyed it, and I'm happy that my kids now, 80% of them are grown.
How young is the youngest? If you say 80%.
80%. I'm talking from the 6 that you mentioned. That I know.
Yeah.
Or that I know of. That I know of.
That I know of. It's an honest answer.
Yeah. That I know of. Yeah, of course, you know, there will be kids out there that will come. We see all these series where kids says,
whatever it is, these shows. Yeah. And tiny boxing.
I say to them, to those that probably I fathered and they didn't present themselves, unfortunately. But those that did, that's the one that I'm talking about. That I fathered them. Of course, there are challenges. Those that I'm closer to them, those that I'm not closer to them, because of certain contributing factors. Could be I'm not in good terms with the mother, and thus I'm not able to be closer to him, or whatever, you know,
the reason,
challenge, that I'm faced with not being there. But those that I have, as I'm saying, I have fathered them in great pride, and they are grown now. I'm happy. Maybe I can start going freely now and not knowing that I will make any baby.
Yes,
you know, and think at my age, you know.
There's no more children.
No, man.
No more children.
Thank you. No, brother, no.
Sorry, no.
No more children. And unfortunately, you know, circumstances can lead to you to do that, to go through that. I'm not sure what circumstances.
Yes.
I'm not going to put my head on the block on that, but I'm just going to say circumstances.
How many girls do you have? 3 girls.
3. No. Yeah, I've got 3 girls. You're right.
Mahadi?
How do you know?
Have you charged?
Eh?
Have you charged Mahadi yet?
Mahadi, Atamaka. You know, because you can have Ari Mahadi. You go to this one, you start negotiating and all that. Hutla, the brother or the sister, the uncle. No, we deserve more. We deserve more and all that. Sorry, you know, we've already agreed with everyone that this is what we're going to go about. There comes the guy said, no,
I'll be that uncle in the meeting.
That uncle.
I know for sure. Raymond La Ropa.
Yeah.
Go think this hard.
But how do you determine that?
yeah, to be honest, we use our discretion. We use our discretion. One, two. Philosophically, we say, can this man look after our children, our child?
Yeah.
Show us that you have the potential.
Mm-hmm.
We take the Mahadi money and give it back to them.
How do you measure that?
Well, depending on how much we charge. No, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but keep going. Keep asking me questions.
No, it's a challenge. I know. That's why I keep asking, how do you do that? Because seriously, we don't have the tool to measure that.
Yeah.
Because we use our eyes to measure that. This and that.
That's true.
But
we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't really know. But we must give it an angle of approach.
Yeah.
To say, okay, these are the benchmark, whatever it is. Not to fail out so saying, thumbs up, Ola must pay so much.
I saw him, he drives a nice BM, 100,000.
He could be driving a car that is...
Yeah, I was panning.
Yeah, to impress, but anyway, it all depends on... we can leave it for further discussion.
I want to conclude with giving you an opportunity to acknowledge, thank, in whatever form, people who you look at your life, whether they are parents and mothers, cousins, uncles, girlfriends, wives, whoever, that may have played a huge role in the life that you've lived to this very moment that you and I are talking.
Yes.
Who and what do you have to say, one, to them and about them?
Okay, number one, my grandmother. For her to accept me, I would have been thrown in the ditch out there,
Please.
Maybe flash, whatever.
3-day-old child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She accepted me with great pride, with a big smile. And she gave me confidence.
Yeah.
And of course, my parents, even though that happened, but I still give them a pat on their back to say, well, you parent me. I grew up with all the challenges like any other child. Second parent, which is a father, Norman Tlabani. I give him all the accolades. He has helped to make me what I am. By him accepting me and having faith in me, having to nurture me, to get to the World Championship level. He played a very big role, Now come to my fight fans. Without them, I'll be nothing. Because them showing support, they gave confidence to everyone, promoter, manager, corporate world, sponsors, television, because that makes the difference when you have that support.
That's true.
So I will say to them, thank you very much. I wouldn't be what I am today. I'm still there, can contribute in any form of it to be able to keep it, keep something sustainable. Of course, the mothers of my children, they've made me a father. Thus proudly so, yourself called me a father. Thank you very much for being part of my life, part of my journey, irrespective of, of course, those that I turn my back, they turn my back on me, and we continue differently. We can never hold that against them. Neither they can against me, which is fine. I'm happy with that. And the media themselves, to be able to get us talk about these things, for people to get to know, it's key for the future generation, current and otherwise. So we say thank you to you guys having to come and let us tell our story, talk about it, and go through. And you go with us through this journey, because you're there to capture it,
That's true.
Capture those moments. So we say thank you very much to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sure, lastly, I'm saying to all the people who are closer to me, they've made me more sure of myself, because by them being next to me, they will be my critics. They will be, encouraging me. They will make me carry on, even if during dusty and rainy days, they will pick me up and say, "Go get it, it's yours."
Yeah.
Those people are very important in your life. So yeah, in that sense, I'm sure that I did not leave any part of it which makes sense, but and everyone that I did not mention that contribute into my being, being a world champion. Yeah. Thank you very much.
A true champ. 56 fights, 40 wins, 14 losses, 2 by knockout. I get your knockouts wrong. The ones you knocked people out.
Okay,
I always
yes.
forget those.
Yeah.
Is it 14? I always get them wrong.
Yeah, let's
26 KOs.
26, yeah.
26 KOs.
It was in the early
That's a
days,
lot of
yeah.
KOs.
That is, yeah. Most
That's a lot
definitely.
of
From a
KOs.
boxer's perspective, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of South Africa's greatest boxers, one of South Africa's greatest humans.
Thank you.
And I want to say to you, thank you, man. When I got a yes from you, I couldn't believe it, and I would like to say thank you again. I appreciate it.
No, you're welcome. No, thanks for inviting me. Also, as I rightly said, that we get to the masses out there through you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Your life story is a fascinating one, and may your life continue to shine. And I wish you and Brian Michelle find each other in the ring very soon.
well, for the bell to ring,
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you still have a belt or two at home?
Yes.
How do boxers keep the belt? Because you lose it.
Yeah.
When you lose the championship.
Yeah, but you don't lose the trophy.
You don't lose the trophy.
Yeah.
I always wondered about that.
You don't lose
so
the
fact
trophy.
that you once won it, it means you still keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't
just lose the status.
You lose the status.
Yeah.
I always wondered about that.
No, that's a great thing. But some of the boxers, when during rainy days they sell these boxes.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, I hear them. I don't understand it, but I hear.
Of course, you wouldn't understand it.
No,
you're a boxer.
That's your pride.
As the person who's buying it, would you be willing to sell?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do about it?
Me, as a fan.
Yes.
What do you mean?
No, are you gonna put it around your waist?
No.
What are you gonna do?
I want to frame it and show my friends.
Oh. Yeah, well,
this is Dingaan Thobela's belt.
Yeah, it's some kind of memorabilia. Yes.
You see, and one day, years from now, I'll sell it. Because there'll always be someone who's willing to buy these type of things.
Well,
as a collector, I would say, I have it.
Oh, man.
I even play them the video. Or this fight.
Yeah, okay. I think along that line, it's just that you ask yourself that, what will you do with it? Because
I guess you're questioning the boxer that's selling it. Because that's also
that's what I'm asking.
Part of the story.
Why are you selling it? But he's got the reason also, but the reason will be blew it all.
Yes. And now
let me
you have
this
thing.
One.
Yeah.
Let me blew this one. Maybe you're giving me
an idea.
I should have my belt auction.
How much would you be willing to get for it? Even auction, you have a base price, or at least the highest possible price.
Let me think. Oh, man.
Even all there's a number.
Yeah.
I hope, of course, you're playing, but let's carry on.
No. if you as a buyer
how much do I value your belt?
Oh, man.
How much do you value one of your belts?
Okay. Let me think.
Yeah.
Not now, no.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Maybe one day.
We will.
Maybe as part of the Bride Michelle fight.
Then we'll say
there'll be an auction.
Yeah.
I wish you well. I think you're a great South African.
No, thank you kindly.
Osenganga in my world.
No, thank you kindly. I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's the great Dingaan Thobela, the Rose of Soweto. Ubongani.
Bongani. I'm happy that my mother was very thankful when she gave birth to me.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, she gave me to a second mother who made me a king.
That's it. Quickly, before I conclude,
Yeah.
how do you relate with your dad now?
Well, we have a relationship.
Yeah.
Of course, not hundreds, but it is a relationship that a father and a son can have. We do have it. Not strong enough, but it is manageable.
Yes.
Yeah,
was he in the height of your career? Was he proud of what your career turned out to be?
He was very proud. He was very proud. He was there. He not only just was there, he will insist that he should be there in any event.
Wow.
I remember the Tony Lopez one at Sun City. Do not waste time. He says, no, I'm coming there. I had to make sure I make proper arrangement for them.
For him, yeah.
For them to, to be there.
Proper seats and
proper
where
sitting,
to sleep.
Yes. All that proper. Well, they know that. So, and the mother, I've got a stepmother.
Yes.
With my dad. And she was also part of that.
Awesome,
she said, come, you guys come. You have to witness this. And I'm glad I didn't disappoint after calling them. I became a champion.
And you became a champ.
Yes. Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks. But it's like
a hit like a true boxer.
Oh, sorry.
King David Studio Podcast.